I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Breakfast Club of Boxing as GTO, Instagram, and just a lot of the passion, man. And we're here to talk about the big fight. Super duper, big fight. We are live and taking phone calls.
Boxing Voice. Ayo Ness, roll up the Hardin. I just landed at Reed, I'm trying hard. Roll up. Shout out to I mean. We rollin' permanent marker. Be careful, this jabber stain you like a permanent marker. Size them up, then back them down. Vander Holyfield posture. All these other shows frauds. We the real, they imposters. We got like 2 phones lit. I'm on my 2-tone ish. Let's drop the line up. We got Bill Haney on the list. Whether it's X or Discord, hit the line, the floor is yours. You ain't feeling my opinion? We can meet at Border Wars. Throw you straight and I'ma slip. Throw my straight, you know it's lit. I take this rollie off my wrist and throw some gloves on this. I throw some gloves on this and turn the money made. Hit the subscribe button, it's free and you can join the day. And hit that champ level. Appreciate it. We live every day, twice a day, we stay dedicated. This the Boxing Voice. No better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. 6 a.m. or 9 a.m., we'll get you through your day. This the Boxing Voice. No better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. They tuning in from New York all the way to the UK.
This is just too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
What up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Every day, going live twice a day, bringing you the latest and the greatest in the boxing world. Today, no different. We're going to be discussing the latest news. Devin Haney takes to his social media and suggests that maybe his fight between himself and Brian Norman Jr., the current WBO welterweight champion, should be for the Lineal title. So this is something we're going to discuss here. We're going to throw this back and forth at each other and figure out, does Devin Haney and Brian Norman, the fight, Riyadh season, November, deserve the Lineal title on the line? Should the Ring Magazine belt be on the line for these 2 welterweights? If these 2 welterweights fight, does that give you a definitive answer of who is the best welterweight in the division? If Devin beats Norman, is there another fighter in the welterweight division that can have a stake to the claim of the Lineal number 1 in that division? So this is what we're going to be talking about, as well as the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh has announced that Abdullah Mason will also be on this card, taking on Sam Noakes in another WBO WBO title defense, or rather vacant title shot, If you want to call in, then you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of boxing fans that don't know. We rocking out every day, multiple times a day, trying to bring you the latest and the greatest boxing talk. So, Abdullah Mason added to the big card. There is a bit of confusion now. We don't know who's the main event anymore. Is it still Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr.? Is it now David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde? Now, we know it's not Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes because of the wording from the announcement. They said this will be on the undercard of David Benavidez and obviously Anthony Yarde. So you know, this is what we're here to discuss. If you guys are interested, you know what to do. Go ahead and call us up. We're using Discord. We're using X Spaces as well. It is 4th of July. Most of you are off. And this is your, vacation show. You know, we got the day off. We're going to be barbecuing today for good old Independence Day. But we wanted to make sure we bring you some boxing talk to get you through that morning. We got a couple of polls here on our platforms discussing this actual topic, specifically the Lineal belt. Haney says Norman fight should be for the ring and Lineal titles. Who wins this welterweight clash? Haney's slick skills wins 33%. Norman's KO power rules Haney 39%. Haney by boring decision 19%. Norman shocks the world 8%. Over on our live poll here at the live chat, we got should Haney versus Norman Jr. be for the ring title? 55% say yes, both are eligible. 23% say no, rankings don't qualify them. 10% say only the WBO title matters. 12% say needs top-ranked fighters. So let's pull up those rankings and see who's in the welterweight division amongst the top 10 in the Ring magazine to see if there's anyone else that deserves a title shot, or rather a Ring magazine Lineal shot. It's really what's on the table. So once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. If you're on X Spaces, go ahead and retweet. Do that now. Get it out the way. If you're on X Live streaming videos, same thing. Go ahead and retweet. Let's get this show out there to the masses so that they know we're here rocking out. We're talking boxing. And we want you to call in and voice your opinion as well. Let me go to the Ring Magazine's rankings here and see what we got. So at 147 pounds, Imantas Stenonius is number 2 in the ring. Now, I wonder if that's just because they haven't been able to update these rankings, as obviously Stenonius has suffered a loss and he can't be number 2. Or is he number 2 because he did suffer the loss to the champion and the former Lineal, Duran, making him the number 2? I don't know. He lost his belt. How is Barrios not the number 2? But I don't know. It looks like Devin won't be able to get this off. What he's asking for may not come to fruition, as Barrios is number 3 fighting Pacquiao in what will be considered a bigger fight to the Ring magazine. Norman number 1, so he's eligible. Devin isn't there, and Devin hasn't had a welterweight fight. He is number 1 in the WBC, but that doesn't make you eligible for a Ring magazine Lineal title. I don't know. Maybe you guys see it different and you do feel that these two are the best and most qualified and that the Lineal title should be on the line. Let me know when you call in. This is what we're discussing, outside of the fact that also on this card has been added Abdullah Mason, who will be going up for a vacant world title shot versus Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes, decent fighter. You know, he seems to be ranked in the number 1 position in the WBO, giving him, obviously, the eligibility to fight for that vacant title versus Abdullah Mason. As you can see, Sam Noakes is your number 1. Abdullah is your number 2. Gabriel Flores Jr. will be your number 3, and he becomes your number 1 mandatory, along with Alan Chavez becomes your number 2 mandatory. When you win a vacant title in most sanctioning bodies, you're forced to fight 2 mandatories, the next 2 people in line. So Gabriel and Alan Chavez may get a shot. Again, Tank is your champion. Shakur is your number 2 at 35. If these 2 fall, that would be for the Lineal, because everyone thinks Tank is the best and Shakur is the best, and they need to settle it, and they're actually 1 and 2. In the welterweight division is slightly different. No one is considering Devin Haney the best because he hasn't made an actual welterweight debut. This will be his first debut. This will be his first fight at 147 pounds. So having the Lineal title on there is a little bit of a far stretch here. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they will not. This is what we're talking about. If you're interested, please join us. Let's talk some boxing for this holiday and try to get everybody at least till 12 o'clock when all the barbecue starts, right? It's a little early here on the West, only 6:25, only 9:25 on the East. Ain't no barbecuing taking place just yet. Pop in your headphones. Let's get to work. Let's do our house chores, Let's clean up the yard. Let's go to the supermarket, get the coal and the chicken that we need to chef up for 4th of July and for the barbecue. Right now, we're listening to some boxing talk with TBV. We want to take callers, so we need you guys to call in. I'm going to go ahead and put those links in the chat for our Discord community. Remember, the conversation continues on Discord. You're going to meet lifelong friends on our Discord, so join the Discord, not only to talk, but, to continue to speak boxing on a daily basis, even when the show isn't on. We're also taking calls on X Live Spaces, formerly known as Twitter. We're also live on X Live streaming video, once again, formerly known as Twitter. So if this is a subject that interests you, go ahead and request. Let's talk some boxing here this fine 4th of July morning. I'm very excited that they've added Abdullah Mason to this card. This is beginning to be a super card. David Benavidez, whether he's the main event or Devin Haney is the main event, it doesn't matter to me. Brian Norman versus Devin Haney for the WBO. David Benavidez defending his WBC versus Anthony Yarde. Then we have Abdullah Mason fighting for that vacant title, WBO vacant strap, formerly held by Keyshawn Davis, taking on number 1 Sam Noakes. The card is shaping out very well, very well. We don't know what other surprises Turki Al-Sheikh may have for us as it pertains to this card, but thus far, very good fight card for November, and certainly excited to see what else they can put together for us fight fans. Just going over to the Ring magazine, and I'm trying to find the actual post so that you can see where this is coming from. And here we go. We have the information. As you can see, announced Abdullah Mason, Sam Noakes will meet for the vacant WBO lightweight title in November in Saudi on David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde and Brian Norman versus Devin Haney, Riyadh season undercard. Turki Al-Sheikh has confirmed Mason, an ambassador for the ring, is one of the sport's fastest rising stars. England's Noakes is a powerful puncher who will also challenge for his first world title. Noakes is the ring number 9 lightweight, while Mason is the number 10. So good fight. 2 highly ranked Ring magazine fighters going up for a vacant title shot on an already stacked card. Totally worth my money. I just hope they keep it at the $20 that Turki Al-Sheikh promised us he would make the pay-per-view price. So this is what we're talking about. 2-part show. Devin Haney, let me get that tweet up, as he is requesting that we get the Lineal title for his fight between Brian Norman. I don't know. I want to know how you guys feel about that. Do you think that he deserves to have the Lineal title on the line? Does Norman deserve it? And because Norman deserves it, are you okay with Devin getting the shot, right? Or do you think that neither deserve it? Do you think neither deserve the title shot yet? Should they both continue to be? Because let's be real, Brian Norman didn't beat any top 5 or even 10 ring-ranked fighters. Devin has not beaten a top 5 or even a top 10 Ring Magazine fighter. So how is he truly eligible for the Ring Magazine title to be on the line for this particular fight? But this is Devin Haney's tweet. And he says, me and Norman fight should be for the Ring Magazine belt. 76 retweets, only 58.9 thousand views. So didn't get the traction that maybe he expected. But let's see if here on our live conversation, maybe see how you guys feel about this. Do you believe, it is worth putting on the line? We got Relly Rel, first caller of the day. What is up?
Yo, Nuts, what's the word, bro? Happy 4th of July and shit.
Likewise, brother.
We on. Definitely. First I'm gonna talk about the card. The card is fire. Yo, I heard that. I don't know if you heard. I've been seeing some Big Baby versus Big Baby.
Yeah, it's been rumored. It's been rumored, but they haven't announced it, and it looks like Jared Anderson doesn't want that fight.
Nah, if he took that, I ain't gonna lie, this card would have been crazy. Man, that's a fight I definitely want to see after that interaction last time when they both was around that Saudi card, or I think it was in Vegas. I don't know what it was, but I know they was interacting when he pulled up on them in the hotel. I would love to see a build up with that. But when we talking Devin asking for the Lineal belt, nah, I don't think he should get. I don't think it should be the Ring Magazine belt. Should not be on the line for this fight, because Devin wasn't the ring at 140, so he was only at 35, and I thought the Lineal only goes up for the number 1 and 2 or the 1 and 3 in the division.
Yeah, I think the rules are 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. 2 and 4 like that. It's I think it's the top 4, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Barrios and Norman, that should be like something for the ring or something like that if they want to unify or something like that. I don't think Dev needs to. Dev, like I said, at 135 he was the man. At 140 you could say he was top 5 at the time when he beat Regis or whatever the case may be. But you gotta understand, this is 47 after you coming off that Ryan fight and now that Ramirez fight. Nah, I don't think you should. I do not think he should go for the Ring Magazine. Not this fight, even though this is a big fight. Like, don't get me wrong. Yo, is this the undercard though? I've been seeing some shit like had Benavidez over. I thought this was a main event.
I don't know, man. It looks like David could potentially be, right? We
nasty.
Don't know.
That's nasty. I ain't gonna hold you, because that's not for no belt. I mean, Anthony Yard, a good fighter. That's gonna be a good fight. Like, Anthony Yard gonna come forward, but he got a little bit of power. But Benavidez is way, way, way too nice for him. I ain't gonna lie. No front, you heard. Like, that shit ain't gonna be. Devin and Norman should definitely be the main event for that card. But they should not be for no Ring Magazine, bro. He is tripping. But you think if he beats Norman, do you think is the rematch close? But do you think he's gonna campaign at 147, go like undisputed or shit like that?
Yeah, I think that
Think so?
Devin will stay at 47. Where he gonna go?
I
Unless he
think
look
I ain't
big
gonna
on
lie. I
fight
think
night, I don't know that he ready to move up to 54.
nah. I'm not saying that. I just think I ain't gonna front, as in the landscape of boxing right now. I feel like Devin, even if he beats Norman, I feel like he got too many fights that he can make money fights. Especially if he beat Brian Norman, you still got that Shakur fight. You could, you know what I mean. You could try to pull Keyshawn up. You know what I mean. It's so many fights I think Devin could go for, bro. That whole list right there, you could. Nah, I don't think he's banging with Jerron. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Dev, anybody could say whatever they want. Jerron, that's too much of a task for Dev. But if he beats Norman, then we don't know because Jerron do got power, but Norman, who would you say got more power, Norman or Jerron?
It's hard to tell, man. I'm definitely leaning Norman. We never seen Jerron get no knockouts like Norman does.
Word. So that's what I'm saying. So if Devin do beat Norman, I can't say that Boots fight was too far off. You feel what I'm saying? Because do I feel like Devin can outbox Boots? Boots is very athletic, probably more athletic than Dev. So I don't feel like he can outbox Boots, and I think the Jerron probably overwhelm him. But shit, you just never know. Something they could meet in the middle at like 150, 148. You know what I mean? Probably 149. They could meet somewhere and make a super fight like that happen. So, like I said, this all rides on this fight. Because if Dev lose, I mean, shit, Dev gonna have to start from the drawing board all over. Brian Norman gonna be the man. What else on this card? Mason and Noakes. I fuck with Abdullah. Probably gonna stop him. Yo, you see that? You see that sparring? I seen Tone comment on that sparring yesterday when Abdullah was touching kid up. He was touching kid up yesterday. That I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, I ain't talking about that shit. That's all clout chasing. Them niggas is corny for that shit. Straight lace.
Nah, that shit is corny.
I ain't
But when I
riding with
was
that.
watching,
Dudes is corny for point blank period. Like
for leaking that shit.
motherfuckers trying to force Abdullah on us, and all they doing is pissing me off more. I'm gonna end up hating that kid and always talking shit about him and his fights nitpicking because the fans is terrible. You know what I'm saying? This dude ain't done shit. He fought one dude. He fought one dude named Jeremiah Nakatila. He got a 5th round stoppage. His stoppage wasn't as dope as Schofield, so he got to drop footage on Schofield. That's corny. That's corny.
If
trying to ride, you trying to ride Schofield's coattails. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, he trying to ride his wave. Yo, Ness, if you watch the sparring, yo, it's good, Ryan. I ain't seen my son from the 6 years, man. Yo, ain't nothing. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If you do watch that sparring though, too.
I watched it. Of course I watched it.
Yo, Ness, if you see that, did you see that straight from Kid? If that straight hit Abdullah down, I see him go right into the ropes. Like you could tell Kid is strong. Like I don't think Abdullah could sit there a 12-round fight, championship fight with Kid Austin. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think he punched too hard. We seen Abdullah go down twice from a lesser punch. I ain't gonna give the Dominican brethren a fucked up rap, but he wasn't. He I don't think he's stronger than Kid, and that is cloud chasing though. I ain't gonna front. I don't like that shit.
Word.
But I got it. Like I said, I gotta give Mason his props. Mason probably gonna stop Noakes probably in 5. He gonna be the WBO champ. I mean, he could do something special. You got Raymond Morataya in that division. He could probably try to grab that belt at the IBF because
Champ, let me get to some other people. I'll let you cook. Ryan, what it do?
What up, man? What's going on, everybody, man? Yo, happy Independence Day to my people down south. Hope y'all enjoy your day. Have your barbecues, have your fireworks popping. Everybody be safe. Enjoy your time. Shout out to Devin Haney. He wants the Lineal in this fight, but I don't think he deserves it just yet, Ness. I think he's got to be a 40.
Or them, because like it's an argument. It's an argument that Brian is the number 1, and Mantis is number 2 in the ring. So like, should we throw it to the fight on the strength of Norman, or should Norman be? Hindered from this opportunity because he's happening to be fighting a guy in Devin Haney?
I just think like Devin Haney hasn't fought.
Because look, let me just give you the facts. So you know, because the number 2 is Stanionis. It don't make sense, bro. You just lost. It's not fair for you to fight for the Lineal. You just lost for the Lineal. So Do we really care that Stanionis is number 2 when you don't deserve it? You lost. And coming over loss. You got to at least get in the win column.
Yeah, and Barrios is at 3.
Barrios is at 3, and he's fighting
4.
Pacquiao. I know that the ring would rather throw it on the Barrios-Pacquiao fight because it's a bigger event, but Pacquiao definitely doesn't deserve it.
He definitely, Pacquiao definitely.
But if I'm his lawyer, hey, Your Honor, at least Pacquiao has a welterweight fight. Devin fucking Haney never fought at welterweight, asking for this shot.
Nah, man. I think if you're going to put this belt on the fight, you put it on the rematch if Haney wins. That's the way you do it, because then you're saying Haney beat a champ at 47. He's probably going to get propped up into the 1 spot. Brian will be in the 2 spot. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's important for this fight. I don't know, Ines. How you feel about it? I feel like the fight itself is great. I don't think the Lineal will prop it up anymore. Because of what we're saying. There's so many unknowns.
For sure. I don't know that you need the belt. I think the belt is just for accolades, right? Devin wants to be able to say, I got 2. T.O. always bragging that he got 2. So I'm sure Devin trying to be able to shut him up when it comes to that debate.
Yeah, I just think even the Boots and Stanionis fight, I didn't think those guys were 1 and 2. I just felt Stanionis wasn't 2. I know he was a champ.
Who was 2? Stanionis had better wins than Norman. Stanionis had way better wins than Norman.
Even Barrios could have been 2.
For sure. But does Barrios have better wins than Norman? At welterweight. Who the fuck he beat?
Yeah, Ugas.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, he does have better wins than both those guys, Stanionis and Norman. And arguably Boots, if you want to get down to it. So, I don't know, man. But I think there's so many questions with 47. It's hard to just
according to the producers, technically Devin's last fight was at welterweight because it was a catchweight of 144, which is above 140. So it is welterweight, but it doesn't matter. It didn't get him ranked in the ring. He's not top 10. He's not even in there. He's only in the WBC.
Yeah, Karen is at the bottom there.
And that's a fight right there. I don't know, could either of them beat? I would need to see that. I would need to see that because now Devin has to become an aggressor versus a boxer, or it's outbox a boxer. Can Norman catch the boxer? I don't know if Karen is not number 1. They got to prove that to me. I don't know. Karen showed me a lot. And it's sad, yes, because he's getting credit for 2 back-to-back losses to Boots. Not back-to-back, but he lost twice to Boots. But I don't know what I seen in that fight. I want to see him do it to a Jamal James at welterweight or an Alexis Rocha at welterweight and see, can he pull off a win with that style, or is that a losing style?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Boots didn't look as dominant in those fights, so I think that's why we say what we say about Karen. But wow, you might be right, man.
My poll, okay, Twitter, which is toxic. Let's be real. If you don't have tough skin, don't go on Twitter because they're gonna fuck with you. But they saying the question is, should ring title? Oh my God, I wrote that wrong. I should have put B. Lord have mercy. And the edit is too late. They only give you an hour to edit. Fuck. Let me check from my phones. But it say, should the ring title be on the line for Haney versus Norman Jr.? 58.5%, which is shocking to me, say yes, they are eligible. 28.3% say not qualified. 11.3% say only the WBO title. And 1.9% say they need more top 5 fighters. So that's yours right there. You calling for more fights and more fighters, right? You don't think they're eligible?
I just think the divisions, it's shifting. So we need to see some balance. We need to see unifications, Ness. That's what we need. It's kind of like 35, man.
If Devin wins it, does he defend it?
He's got to do the rematch, right? Because you said it's a one-way rematch for Norman.
You're right. So that answers my own question. He will have to defend it. Unless he vacates, though. He could also vacate. He could just win and vacate and then say, I'm moving up like Bud.
Yo, he's not going to 54 right now, bro.
I mean, ain't he 5'10" or is he 5'9"?
Ooh, Devin? I don't know.
I think he's five. I think oh, he's shorter. I think Norman
He's
is
5'9"?
5'9", but Devin has the 1-inch reach, and Norman has the 1-inch disadvantage in reach, but the 1-inch advantage in height.
Shoot, I mean,
It's
Devin
tough,
did
man.
that. Shout out to him, man. Trying to be a 4-division champ. I'm not going to knock it.
I don't know. The producer's also saying we're not factoring in the fact that Devin never lost his Lineal at 35, but I don't know that that matters.
I don't think
2
that
divisions
matters.
above.
Yeah, because he didn't win one at 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tio's got the one at 40. So I get what he's trying to do. Like you said, he's trying to create a lane, get these belts up, get these accomplishments. But I don't know. We'll see what Turkey Al Sheik thinks. It's his belt. He's making the rules now.
Word. It is his belt. Let's get to these
Gave it
phone
to
calls.
Apataya.
Oh, actually, I got another
Apataya
poll on
deserved it.
Discord. What you say about Opataya?
He gave it to Apataya. Really, I didn't think Apataya deserved it.
You're right.
Him and Breedis, their fight. I don't think Breedis was number 2 at that time. Yeah. So it is what it is. That's what they do with these belts. They make rules up
For sure.
as they go.
My
At
bad,
least
bro.
there's no
SOS.
sanctioning fees. No sanctioning fees though with that ring belt at least. That's the
Yeah,
only
it's
plus
free.
about it.
It's free.
Yeah.
And they making them pretty, expensive now. They're
That
looking.
Canelo and Crawford one looks, what they say, $188K for that belt to be made. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. He said he spent 140,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's nuts, man. Went to the jeweler for the belt. Yeah, that's dope, bro.
But honestly, that's how it should be, bro. That's the saddest part, that these belts are not gold. Like,
Right.
I'm paying you 40,000 for metal.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
Wilder was
crazy.
paying 40,000 in his WBC. I could break into his house now. It's not gold. I can't go pawn it because that
Right.
whole plate
Go
is
get
gold. Like, that shit. I mean, look, these dudes need to
Yo.
stand up. They need to stand up. They really need to unionize. But everybody is an individual LLC, so it's hard to get every business to shut down. But
Word.
they need to do a strike. It's
Yeah.
for sure. Like, there's no reason you should be paying to be a champ.
Word.
I'm literally paying to be ranked. Then I'm paying to be champ. Then I'm paying to defend the belt every time I defend it.
Yep. My biggest purses are going 3% is going to you.
Yep. Wild,
To represent
bro.
your belt. It's crazy.
Wild.
Hey, you hear me now?
We hear you.
What's good? What's good?
Hey, happy July 4th to everybody. And I just want to say, I'm trying to pick what round David Benavidez is gonna knock out Anthony Yardy in. Cause that's a for sure knockout.
For sure.
For sure.
It's got to be after 8, man. Ain't no way he do it sooner. That's a big boy.
I would say about either round 6 or round 7. Round 6, round 7. Yeah, Yardy going to sleep. Yardy going to sleep around round 6, round 7. Oh, that just a money grab for Anthony Yardy. He just go get his money. He coming to collect his check to get knocked out. The Mason versus what's his name? Sam Noakes. I'm going with Mason for the stoppage. That's gonna probably be over in about 7 rounds. That's a 7-round stoppage. Norman versus Haney. Man, I like Devin Haney, but I'm going to have to pick Brian Norman. I think Brian Norman's left hand is going to rock Haney, and I think he'll beat Haney. I won't be surprised if it become a late round stoppage. I'll say around 10 or 11 rounds, he's going to stop Devin Haney. I think he's just too strong for Devin Haney. What else? I got Katie Taylor beating Serrano again. I don't know why they fighting the third time, which to me is stupid. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. You know, I ain't call you for a long while. I had to take care of some stuff. But yeah, Yachty going to sleep. For sure.
Sleep.
Yep. Hey, Ness,
What
I
you
heard
think
you
about
rich,
Haney?
man.
You said what?
I heard you rich.
Shit, I wish. Shit.
He said he heard.
I'm rich in life, that's for sure, brother. I will admit that I'm rich in life because I damn sure get up happy every day, and I'm not a dude that's mad. You know, I'm always content. I got a great wife and a great life.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a whole bunch of money.
Shit. How much is a whole bunch of money? Just so we know we on the same page.
I said about a nice good 6 figures.
Woo! Nah, that ain't me, kid.
Damn.
6 figures?
Yeah, I thought you was making 6 figures
don't
off the Boxing Voice.
Don't fighters get that much money? That sound like some fighter pay, man. I'm just a little old podcaster, man. Doing what he love.
But you got over what 200,000 subscribers.
I wish every one of these motherfuckers gave me $1 so I could be good. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, man, I thought you were getting paid off this, man.
I mean, I'm doing all right, man, but I definitely ain't rich. Again, not financially, but rich in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what you said about Devin Haney?
What you think of that fight? And Abdullah, man, on this card.
I think
that same card you was talking about with Devin Haney's fighting Brian Norman, and Abdullah Mason is fighting Sam Noakes for the WBO vacant.
I said Mason gonna put Noakes to sleep, and Brian Norman is gonna put Haney to sleep. That's what I picked. I'm picking all three fights is gonna be in a stoppage.
Damn.
All three fights is gonna be a stoppage. Yep, I'm picking it for this one.
No upsets. This is Riyadh season. We usually get a little bit of upsets.
And remember, this is in the morning over there. They're gonna be fighting in the morning over there.
Mm-hmm.
For this specific card, I don't see no upsets. No, not on this card. The only upset that I see coming up soon will probably be I am picking Dubai to beat Usyk. That's gonna shock everybody. But yeah. That fight, these fights, this undercard gonna be all knockouts.
Well, all right, Willem, you the man. Appreciate you. If you're watching this on X Live streaming video, go ahead and hit that retweet, repost for the 4th of July show. You know, you probably off, chilling right now, getting everything ready for the cookout. You got TBV in your ear, man, getting you through your daily chores, man. Discord available. X Spaces also available. Looks like we got bands. What up?
You got me, Ness?
We hear you loud and clear.
Say less. All right, man. I ain't even had my medication yet, so bear with me with this call, but I got a lot to say. Appreciate the call, the show on 4th of July. I don't really hang around too many people, so I probably just throw something on the grill my damn self. But yeah, man, in regards to what you said, Ness, you need to get on Twitch. I think you said you got a Twitch for your paid subscriptions. I'm about to start streaming soon. You know, I'm 27. I feel like this is like the new wave. I'm older, right, because there's a lot of young kids in it. But, man, these kids are getting paid. Like, I think it's like for a $5 subscription or like a $24, like, it's different. I think you get like $2 for like the $5 or like a $13 a month. So these kids, they got like 13,000 subscriptions or subscribers, bro. They getting paid. Even if it's like, you know, I don't know the real calculation behind it, but that's just some G-Whiz, man. But yeah, man, I hope I can get some footage for you. You know, I'm on the East Coast, so I can go to like Florida, Houston, ATL, tapped in. So I'm gonna start streaming it, and I'm gonna try to get connected with you. I know I already talked to you about, you know, getting in the gym and fighting too, so that's still on the horizon, man. But yeah, man, let me say this, bro. Doula! Hey, man, it's our time, bro. It is our fucking time. We got our shot, bro. Inshallah, man. Hey, it came pretty quick, Adula. Hey, just stand up, bro. Just know the smoke is coming, bro, because you got a lot of champions. And I definitely want to see you go at the Raymond Muay Thai belt. And then, you know, go get our Islamic brother, GTD, and possibly retire him. I don't know. I think they say he's going to try to retire with the Jake Paul fight.
That marketing, yo, shout out Top Rank. He said possibly retire Gervonta Tank Davis. That, yo, Top Rank is doing a phenomenal job.
Listen. Who
Put
else?
him out of business.
Like my man fought Nakatila ain't a world champ, right? He wasn't a former world champ.
He don't want to get a glory to any of the other guys.
Damn.
You feel me though?
I hear you, bro. I'm just saying, you talking about Abdullah knocking out Tank Davis.
I ain't say retire, bro. I said retire.
Yeah, you said retire. That's even worse than the knockout.
That's even worse, bro.
Listen, in 2 years, think about it, they got the Islamic, right? We all is brothers of Islam, right?
Mm-hmm.
GTD don't fuck with nobody else, really. He ain't giving nobody no shots unless somebody he mess with or you're humble. I feel like he would gravitate. I don't know him, right? But I feel like he would gravitate towards giving him that shot in like 2 years. Because I feel like Abdullah, if he goes snatch that Muay Thai belt, or because I don't know if Shakur and fucking Tank gonna fight, but I feel like that unification, however it can happen now, if it's Shakur or if it's Abdullah, right? But I wanted to be Abdullah, man. But yeah, bro. Another thing, bro. Floyd Schofield Sr. And Kid Austin. I just want y'all to just remember me, man. I'm not begging. I promise you, it may sound like it, but man, if y'all would have knocked out Shakur Stevenson on that Riyadh season card, man, I would have had 30 bands. So, hey, man, when y'all start making millions, bro, just don't forget about me. Hey, like I said, I'm not begging. I don't need it. But, hey, bro, I missed out on some good money. But, look, hey, I'm happy for everything you're doing, bro. That was a tremendous knockout. And I'm interested to see where you go from now, bro, because, like you said, you're going to be making some big-time money. So, yeah, just don't forget about me, Schofield, man, for sure. But, yeah, man, hey, last thing I got to say.
Wait, I got to understand this better. Why does he owe you?
He don't. So you know he got sick, right? And I placed a 3-leg parlay, and I got Keyshawn with the 2 knockdowns in his title fight in New York. I was at that fight, and then I went with the Arnold Barbosa to get a split decision in UK, and I just needed Floyd Schofield to beat Shakur for $30,000. And he pulled out, and I still got rewarded off $100, like $3,000 or something like that. But damn, boy, I'm being greedy right now. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking about that shit. Hey, bro, but yeah, man, he don't really owe me. I just something to throw out there. I might tag him, you know, clip it on Twitter, you know, just clickbait, trying to get some type of funds. But I ain't counting your pocket, Floyd Schofield and Kid Austin. Do y'all thing, man. But my last 2 things, Ness, is yo, Devin, shout out to you for taking this fight, man. Salute to you. You doing what my favorite fighter is not doing. So I ain't got no shit to talk about you or your dad no more, bro, because I salute you, bro. And like you said, you're part of the Islamic community, too. I just gave you a lot of shit because I like more power and I like the knockouts. I like the aggressive. I'm not into like the sweet science yet of boxing, which I get it, right? I get like the inside the pocket. I just don't like the jab and the running type of ordeal. But yeah, man, shout out to Devin Haney for taking this fight. Hey, but Devin, This is not a drugged up. This is not a drugged up left foot, bro. This is a left foot coming down from Decatur, Georgia, man. So watch out. And look, my last thing, the next fights I want to see is Tank versus Keyshawn, Schofield versus Stevenson, and Boots versus the Big Fish, baby. We out.
Boots versus the Big Fish. We giving out
What?
tune-ups.
Nah,
We giving
man.
out
Can't
tune-ups
do that
to
to Earl.
Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. At least I was being nice giving him Haney. You trying to give him Boots.
Off a
That's
2-year
crazy.
layoff. That's crazy.
Trying to get my boy Keel. Leonard Sterling, pound for pound, number 1 in the chat. $5 super chat, £5. He says, not for me. Norman's resume ain't that good. His 2 defenses were versus domestic level boxers. I reckon Barrios and Stanionis has a better resume than Norman. We got George with the fat $10. TBV, all love. Salute, champ. Mad Bet, 100, champ level. Pound for pound, number 2 in the chat. $2. No. Devin hasn't done squat at 147. Yeah, I mean, his fight with Ramirez did not get him ranked in the ring. So.
Word.
Leonard Sterling, pound for pound, number 1 in the chat, back with another 5-pounder. Isn't the ring panel member vote for who fights for vacant ring titles? I can see a few panel members saying no and blocking it if it was requested. Yeah, Devin got beef with that guy. What's his name? Dougie Fisher, unless they fix their beef, remember?
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dougie Fisher, he's on the panel.
Fuck, he's the lead editor or some shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's like senior writer or something. Like he's been there forever. Edwin Martinez, $2. How is Berlanga a star and his tickets are on Groupon? Only boxing fans, bro.
That's
Only
nasty.
boxing fans. This is what I'm saying.
I mean, he's still selling.
We sit here and complain, though, Ryan. We sit here and complain that the Canelo Crawford fight is not priced for us. And then you got a caller that super chats to joke that tickets are on sale. I don't get it.
Yeah, because you know what would happen if they weren't, but they'd be like, "Oh, they priced too much."
Listen, these companies overprice the tickets, right? And then they struggle to sell the tickets, so they have to drop the tickets.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
it's
they can't
their
take
fault.
a loss.
Oh my God. Floyd Schofield's father then grabbed his account again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You on there wilding now.
Who have Shakur fought that is an A or B level fighter? That man haven't fought anyone, laughing out loud. Zepeda may beat him. Then we fight Zepeda, laughing out loud. That's his father, though. And that's crazy. You ain't even going to call Valdez. He's not even a B. The dude won like 2 world titles. Like, he's not even a B.
Yep.
That's
wild,
nasty,
man.
bro. Come on, man. Senior, that's why me and him was going at it the last time, because he don't want to give no credit to nothing Shakur did. Nothing. That's
people
crazy.
Be ducking Shakur, man.
I mean, he took the WBC from Valdez, and then he took the WBO from Herring. Like, yo, come on, bro. Those are champ, bro. And this the funny shit. When I'm telling them, bro, fight Tevin, they like, we don't need that. We don't need that. He behind us. Now they fight Tevin, and his father's head is like, roof. It's gotten so big.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But hey, man, do your thing. Look, I got my Dominican boxing shirt. Shout out to Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. Shout out to Broadway Joel. Check him out on YouTube and Twitter. Cop a shirt. Support your local content creator. And yeah, man, shout out to Floyd Schofield. Dominicans, we up. Lil Top. My man's name is Lil. I just want Lil Top. Yeah. Lil Top. Gotta unmute. Okay. Bo Rogers.
What up, Bo Rogers?
Fellas,
What
you
up?
see what's going on, fellas? Listen, this is why I say I don't like the belts. You can't, I mean, like, how can I take it serious when a motherfucker can just put a person in place? Skip over everybody else that's out
Bruh.
here working. They
Bruh,
can
you
say,
know the
fuck
facts
them.
or what?
You ain't got enough.
Do you know the facts?
I'm just saying, man. I'm
Like
talking about the
I'm trying to
sport
make
in
sure you know
general, the
what we
whole
talking
thing
about.
overall.
What are we talking about though? Just
You
so
talking
we
about
know.
you talking about Devin Haney and what's his name fighting for the Lineal, right?
Nah, we talking about
And the
Devin
ring
Haney.
magic.
We talking about Devin Haney tweeting saying his fight versus Norman should be for the Lineal, and we are asking
Yeah,
our
I'm saying I ain't saying
audience
that I'm not saying
whether or
that it's
not
going
it
through.
should be.
I'm just saying that it shouldn't even be up for discussion. It shouldn't be able to happen. This is what I want them to do in boxing. This just me. This my I like the idea that they doing with that Grand Prix thing they were doing. They letting all the fighters just fight each other in tournament style. I like that idea right there. This is what I think they should do with the real boxers. Put them in tournament style fight. Everybody get 40%. The winner get 20% if they win. So that'd be 60-40. Then they move on. You have to fight. You can't keep letting these guys pick who they want to fight. Because you'll never know how good they really are if you just letting guys pick who they want. I'm starting at the like boxing. Like that shit you just said about Abdullah. You don't like how they pushing him, his fans get on your nerves, like what you want. That's how I feel like with all these new boxers. Devin Haney to be especially. Y'all trying to force him on us. We don't want to watch this shit. And we a lot of other boxers we don't want to watch
You
and force
bipolar,
us on.
man. You
By,
bipolar. You just came on here and was juggling Bill balls, talking about, yeah, you did what I wanted you to do. Now you talking about you don't
yeah,
want to
he
watch
like
it. Now you saying you don't
explain
want to
this to
watch
you.
it. You bipolar?
No, let me tell you.
You
Hold
bipolar?
on.
Is you
Let me tell you why I say
bipolar
that.
or are you just a
Devin,
fanatic
look,
whenever
Devin
Bill get
Haney.
around?
No. Let me tell you.
Lord have mercy.
What I did was got to take a fight so I can see. Yeah, because he keep begging me to watch them. So now you put them on, you can put them on the other guy that I didn't think was good.
You know we can't
See,
hear
that's
you,
who you
right?
get props off of. That's who you was getting your props off. Guys that I didn't think was that good anyway. Now you fighting somebody. I ain't saying Brian Norman no king or nothing, but he is your side. He younger than you. So now you taking on a challenge that's actually a challenge and ain't got shit to do with some bullshit ratings that people put in place themselves. It ain't people ain't got to fight to get into these. So that's what I'm saying about that. I don't care about Brian Norman
We
and
don't
Bill
really know
Hayes
what you're saying,
or
man, because your connection or your microphone or you
I hit you
always in the
back.
toilet.
I hit you back.
They're out. Yeah.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
These dudes be bipolar, man. That man literally asked for Devin to fight Brian Norman. Now he's calling in to say, we forcing Devin down his throat. Don't nobody want to watch him. He literally called when Bill was
Man.
on and was just, Lord, glazing Bill. Oh, you listen to me, Bill. You listen to me. This what we wanted. This what the people wanted. You doing what we
We
wanted.
wanted, he said.
And then like, is he bipolar or is he just a fucking hypocrite? Because he's like, I'm starting not to like boxing because these dudes picking who they fight.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, your favorite fighter has always picked who he fights.
I'm going to say it's always been
I'm
going
not even
on.
going to say his name, but y'all know who his favorite fighter is. You understand? Remember him going back and forth with Brandon the other day. These dudes be trolls. They got to get their troll call off every day, once
For
a day.
real.
Leonard Sterling, 20 pounder. Drop a bomb for the dub and another one for being pound for pound number one. He says, clarification for Rico regarding SC. Who is SC? Lord, these abbreviations. Come on, man. Rico was on yesterday.
SC.
So, okay, he's talking about Super Chat. He says, Nez reads Super Chat awful sometimes. 2, Super Chat responding to if Meatball Molly was new Katie Taylor. 3, Hearn promoting Tia Maya Ayton as a new Katie Taylor. Ayton gained 10 to 15K Insta followers since debut. Okay, so that's his response to Rico yesterday, because Rico couldn't answer my question and obviously was confused with Leonard's Super Chat. I get you totally. Poof, I'm there. So just going backwards though. So, responding to if, blah, blah, blah. Well, you didn't respond, or are you saying yesterday's response was to Meatball?
Meatball Molly? That new
But
signing?
I thought I showed that. Well, I did show it yesterday, so you super chatted live. I did call her. I mean, I didn't call her. I asked the question because of the thighs and the blonde hair. Is this Matchroom's new Katie Taylor, right? She has that Katie Taylor look, if that's what they're going for. Did you see the net? Yo, shout out to Netflix. Did you see the promotion?
They doing it big,
No.
man.
But did you just see the specific video that they dropped today or yesterday, maybe?
Yesterday,
with actors.
No,
because I don't want to give it away unless you've seen it. All right, you didn't see it. Cool. Spoiler alert, bro. I think it's Amanda Serrano walks up and fucking what is it? The girl from Kill Bill, the main character. Come on, bro. You gotta know. Just
not
these
Cameron
young
Diaz.
men, these young guys, bro. You don't know.
Nah, I watched Kill Bill. Kill Bill's dope.
All right. The main girl, whatever. We all know the main girl.
Yeah.
We all know. Uma Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
Uma Thurman like faces off with fucking.
Wait, they got her for the trailer?
Bro, she faces off with Amanda and then whips out a sword. And then fucking Charlie, what's the one from the movie with
Charlie's Angel?
No. The one, her name is Charlie, something with a TH fucking shit you know I can't pronounce.
From Stranger?
You know? Huh?
From that show Strangers?
No. So her biggest movie is the one with Tom Cruise. I think is Dead Stop Repeat or some shit. Repeat Dead Again or whatever, where they keep dying and she's like inside the machine. You know what I mean?
Days
bro, but she whips out. Yeah. She's got this dope movie right now because she did Old Guard and Old Guard 2. Old Guard 2 just dropped on Netflix like a day ago. So she got the Old Guard fucking axe thing. Bro, nah, they doing their thing. That's fire promotion. That's fire. Like, Katie gets to face off with, I don't know. I don't know where it's at. Somebody tag me so I can show y'all.
I'm about to.
It's dope.
YouTube it.
It's dope. It ain't all that because it seems like it's a blank room if I'm remembering correctly. But I think it's dope to me. I'm a movie guy. Outside of boxing, my other passion is movies. So seeing them high-level actors face off with these two boxers, I'm like, oh, that's dope for them. Like, that's dope for them and for us as a sport.
Yeah. Shout out to Netflix. That means they're taking this promotion
seriously. They are.
Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Happy 4th, man. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy 4th of July, champ.
Thank you, man. First and foremost, man, rest in peace, Puerto Rico, because it's the first time I spoke since then. And I don't want to go too deep into it. It's just sad, you know. God bless his family. And God bless everybody. I want to talk on the topic that you had, you know, Haney versus Norman, WBO ring, Lineal glory. I would love it to be the ring to be up for it. But if I'm going to be honest and be fair, anybody that says it shouldn't, I can't have a beef with it. Devin Haney's not
fought at 147 officially, even though the division, top to bottom is not strong. If they held out on it, I wouldn't be mad at it, to be honest. I kind of want to get on this because there's people talking about the Bivol and Beterbiev, the fight being postponed a little bit, either to the end of 25 or the beginning of 26.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw somebody talking about ducking Benavidez, and I'm thinking to myself, like, are we going to be like truly obtuse and ignore the facts and be dumb about it just to stand up for your guy, or are we going to actually acknowledge the facts? WBC wasn't doing Bivol no favors at any point in time. Wouldn't even let him fight for the title, and then they strip him the moment he is in position, knowing doggone well we got a 1-1 situation. It's 1-1. It's not 2-0. It's 1-1. Now, Benavidez fight is the one I kind of wanted to see a little bit more because we got them twice. But Turkey's the one that's buttering the bread. Turkey looked out for Bivol when Bob was going the opposite direction, wasn't going to make the fight, and WBC was just being flat out jerks, trying to play politics. And people talking about he's ducking Benavidez and people all up in arms. Stop it. If he waits, he waits. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Turkey's the one that buttered the bread. He's the one that looked out for him. If it was the other way around and was the fighter you liked the most, you'd be standing up for that. So stop the nonsense. Like, seriously, it's corny, man. I'm glad David is taking the fight, It's a fight I think he's going to win. I think Yard has a chance, but Yard has to hurt him early, because he don't got the gas tank Benavidez does. And I think if he don't hurt him early, Benavidez is going to wear that ass out. That's just what I see, but it's a good fight. I would have preferred Smith, but Smith had different options. He won more money. Smith is used to getting paid, and doing it in America, it just don't make as much money. So David made the move he needed to make. No more posturing. Do what you got to do for your career that's best for you, dog. Period. Am I making any sense here, or do you disagree with me?
Which part? You said a lot.
I know any of it.
I mean, the only thing that was a 47-pound fight because it was above 40, but
that's true.
It didn't get him ranked. So I'm with you. You're a Norman fan, so you don't care, and you ain't mad if somebody else doesn't want it on. I'm right in that same boat. Like, I'm a Haney fan and a Norman fan. So I don't mind if that belt is on there. If somebody got an argument, then hey, whatever, that is on you.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair for somebody to say that those should be allowed.
He isn't in the top 10 at all in the ring, but he is in number 1 in the WBC.
He's WBC number 1. I'm sure WBO is going to rank him too going into this fight. I'm sure they'll slide him in the top 10 somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. It's. I mean, because I didn't like the fact that they made it for Stanley Onis. I didn't think it was value. It was Stanley Onis held that esteem to earn that in that position, considering he had not really did anything himself. But the game is the game, Ghost. The card is shaping up to look beautiful, though, man. Mason and Noakes. I mean, there was another fight too? And there another fight that I saw that dang it.
The Big Baby fight, but I don't know. It don't look like that's happening. Big Baby doing more posting negatively than positively, so I don't know.
No, that's not who. I don't think that's who it was. I don't think that's who it was.
I'm talking about Anderson and Big Baby. They're supposed to be fighting.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that one. Yeah, I did hear about that.
The other one was the Virgil Boots, but that shit ain't gonna happen.
I knew that wasn't gonna happen. I said as soon as I saw that, I said, "Nah."
I didn't know until his father, Virgil's father, came out and said, that the hand and that they won't be ready till September, which still gives them time. But I get it with a damaged hand. Do you really want to go into your toughest or one of the toughest fights?
Yeah, and you're really basically. And you're on a strict calendar too. Your training camp is going to be strictly 6 weeks when you're recovery. So that means you don't get a chance to test it out enough that you need to.
So the other ones were Zepeda if he loses or if he wins versus Shakur to Andy Cruz, and then Christian Billy with Bomac fighter Lester Martinez and Martin Bacoli, Moses Atama. But that was the bell player to the Himalaya.
No doubt. Blessing.
That's so right now, if we remove the Boots Ennis and Virgil, because we ain't trying to be super duper optimistic. If we remove that, we got 5 fights. You know, 2 of them are agreed. We'll see what happens with Zepeda, you know. But I'm hearing Andy, according to Cesar Seda, Andy Cruz is in negotiations with Murataya. So this might get taken over, or Andy don't even fight on this card altogether. I don't know, because remember, this instead of Yard, it could have been Callum and Eddie. Eddie and Callum obviously said no to a turkey offer, which is insane. These dudes saying no to turkey offers is crazy, bro. Shout out to them, bro, because the money is coming back, right? Like, who the fuck was we just talking to?
As long as the play is right, as long as you can get back around and get to it. You know, even Boots.
Elia, that wasn't even a turkey offer. That was a fucking OTX offer. And somehow she said, no, I don't want to fight O'Shea Jones for that much. And she getting the fight now for 2 straps and more money. That's lucky right there. That's shout out to her negotiation, but that's dangerous, especially in the women's division.
That's rolling the dice.
Rolling the dice. Tito Vos. What up? Rolling the dice, and she got it, though. She got it.
Yo, what's cracking, fellas?
Shout out to Brian Norman Sr., always listening. He said the actor's name is Charlie Theron?
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Oh, Charlize Theron? You sure it's Charlize?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize.
Yeah, she's South African.
Charlize.
Yeah, Charlize.
Okay, because you said Charlize, so I'm like, oh, you sure?
No.
But yeah, the other one was for sure Uma Thurman. The other one for sure Uma Thurman. And this one is Charlize
Theron.
Charlize. She killed it too. That movie was dope. I literally went back and watched Old Guard 1 again because that shit dropped in 2020. And my girl, like, we watched it. I'm like, babe, we don't remember that shit. And the minute I turned that motherfucker on, we didn't remember that shit. That movie is good. So it was even better watching them back to back. But what up, champ?
Yeah,
Appreciate the help with that.
I fucks with the movies. For sure. I fucks with the movies too, man. When I get a chance to, I try to watch as many movies as I can. But hey, Ness or fellas, please tell me what the subject. It kind of went over my head a little bit. I've been trying to catch up, but I kind of slept in this morning.
2-part subject. Mason Abdullah versus Sam Noakes, fighting for the WBO vacant title in the 135-pound division, is also added to this card that already has David and Yard, Devin, and Brian Norman for the WBO. And Devin tweeted out yesterday that his fight with Brian Norman should be for the Ring Magazine Lineal title. So that is what we're debating. Should it be? Do they deserve it? And obviously the fight with Abdullah being added.
Oh, so that's what Brody was shitting on. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, personally, I think you said this is for the Lineal, you said, or the Ring Magazine?
No. Devin tweeted that he thinks this fight should be for the Lineal. So we as a community are debating whether it should. Do they deserve it?
For the Lineal? Who has Norman beat?
Giovanni Stantillian, Derek Cuevas, Quentin Randall, Jin Sasaki.
He's not wrong. But I think he's reaching.
Norman
honestly,
with those wins is qualified based on the criteria. He is number 1 in the Ring Magazine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, but fuck it. I guess fuck it. I'm rocking with it.
But Devin is not. But Devin is not ranked in the top 10 of the ring, and Devin did fight at a welterweight fight because it was above 140, but that didn't rank him in the ring. He's ranked number 1 in the WBC, and he's obviously getting a special #1 ranking to challenge the champion via the president, because he already confirmed on Twitter that if Devin wanted the title shot, he would allow it, and Devin wants the shot. The fight is agreed on, so he's ranked in multiple sanctioning bodies as a #1, so they could
And
do
there it
special
goes.
requests.
Yeah, there it goes. I mean, I wasn't aware of none of this. I was just applauding Devin Haney for making this move, for going after a belt, his first belt at 147. The lineal. Yeah, okay, do it, Devin. I mean, shout out to him. You know what I mean?
But do you feel they deserve it? Because you're forgetting that Barrios is out there with the WBC.
Yeah, he deserves it, man. He beat Loma, bro. I know it ain't at 147, but this dude is a legend.
Bro, that's
make
2 divisions
Nah,
below.
that don't count, man.
it don't matter, man. It don't matter. His resume shits on Norman's. He's coming up. He's coming
Not
up
at
challenging for
47
another
though.
belt, man. He's
Yeah,
steamrolling.
but that's a
Why
resume
not? Let's get it.
below. It's a resume below.
Yeah.
I get it. But he's trying. Why not?
All right, champ.
Why
Nah, we
not?
gotta
Why
have some
not talk?
integrity here. We just can't throw the belts to anybody.
Hey, don't get
Man,
mad.
listen,
Don't
you
get mad,
missed
Ryan. You gotta let
100%
people.
of the shots.
That's his opinion.
Nah, I'm just
Nah, I'm
saying, man.
fucking
Yeah,
with you.
man.
Boxing.
I'm fucking with
Listen,
We gotta
you miss
stand for
100% of the
something.
shots you don't take. You don't take it, man. You're not gonna
Nah,
get it for sure. If
we
he gets
can't
it, he
let
gets it.
the
Now he got something else to defend. I mean, the man is going after greatness now, and if it looks to him like the lineal or whatever, then that's his prerogative.
so what's
If
the point
anything,
of
Devin
regular
Haney
season
has the right to
in
ask for whatever the
EBU?
hell he wants.
We just giving anybody
Hey, champ,
shots.
that was the bell. We appreciate you. We got Mark
Yeah.
A. Mines. Welcome to the prospect. My good brother, Charles. What's going on?
What up, Charles?
Don't forget, if you're watching this on X Live streaming video, hit that retweet, repost. If you on YouTube, smash that thumbs up. Let's get that algorithm going. You know what it is.
For real. 4th of July.
Come on, Charles. You ain't been connecting these days. Malcolm.
Hey, my guy Malcolm.
Yo, Des.
What up?
What's going on, man? Happy 4th of July, man. Once again, Ness, I want to applaud you. You even working on them holidays, man. That's why Ness, man, I know you want to keep the boxing voice, man, but if somebody give you that bag, man, we need you on TV or something, man. You're the hardest working man in the boxing business. Salute to you and the TBV community.
Tell Turkey give me my shot, man. Tag Turkey. Tell Turkey put my
For real.
show.
I am.
Syndicate my
I gotta
show,
tag
man.
him.
Syndicate my show.
I am. And I also think he should let you advise him on picking fights and stuff, man. And you're a real boxing guy, Ness, and keep doing what you're doing, man. You are a real boxing guy. You try to stay objective on what you talk about. You're very opinionated, but you're a real boxing guy, man. And it's a shame we don't have enough of you in this business. But let me say this: I don't have any issue with Haney requesting that, because I don't think, and I'm not trying to display the work that Barrios has done, but I don't think it's a more significant fight at the welterweight division right now. Since Boots has moved up, um, I don't have an issue with Haney requesting that. I mean, at the end of the day, if most boxing fans, even if you are being subjective or being very opinionated, I mean, this is probably the most significant fight at welterweight, even though Devin has never fought at welterweight. I mean, if Devin wins, I'm going scenario by scenario. If Devin wins, then we've got a three division champion, a former undisputed. That brings a lot of eyes to 147. And then if Norman wins, I mean, that just continues to show that he is beating a what I think a future Hall of Fame fighter at a young age. So I don't have an issue
For
with it.
sure, an elite fighter.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to that Hall of Fame show, and I do think if you win undisputed, you should be in. I think it's the highest achievement in boxing, but that's a whole nother show. I do think Devin is a future Hall of Famer. But
I have no issue with that. I can't think of a more significant fight at the welterweight division. That's why I think it's a perfect fight
Well,
because I
Norman
think
and Barrios.
Well, what about
nah,
Pacquiao and
but
Barrios? Don't you think that
yeah, that's
there will
the
be
popular
panel
fight.
members? Yeah, but don't you think there will be ring panel members that will feel nostalgic to Pacquiao and think that he does deserve a lineal shot as well as that WBC shot because
Well,
of
here's the
his
thing.
welterweight
Here's the
fights?
thing. Right, but here's the thing, and I understand, but I mean, let's be honest.
Because
Other
it's
than his
like,
name,
let me just say this. I'm gonna pause this right here because I don't want to rob your time here, right? But Pacquiao's resume at welterweight supersedes anyone's. I mean, he beat
Facts. See that?
Cotto.
Yeah.
He beat the welterweights like that are legends. So
Yeah.
but let me say this.
it's like I'm
and
just
let me
stepping
say
back
this.
into my spot. Here I am again. Give me my
Right,
shot again. Is like kind of what he's saying.
right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. He has to win, and he has to win convincingly in my eyes. Because here's the thing. Those are great accolades, and he is a great fighter, one of the greatest fighters of this generation, rather, that time, that era period, that era. But again, it still remains to be seen. If he loses this fight, then it's just another retired guy who tried to come back, and then we're back at where we at. Barrios is still the king of the WBC, and so that remains. Um, what we can say about Norman, what we can say about Devin Haney, they are proven in today's time. We don't know what we're gonna see from Pacquiao. Yeah, he does get that legendary status, got him that ranking, and got him this fight. But if he goes out there and he lays an egg, which I don't think he is, then we move on.
But again, listen. If I'm being a lawyer arguing for Pacquiao, Your Honor, Mario Barrios has the better win. He's the man that beat the man because
He beat Ugas.
Ugas beat Pacquiao and Barrios beat Ugas.
But let me say this, and I'm gonna get off. Let me say this in response to that, and I'm gonna get off.
He got a bigger win than he beat a champion, bro. He beat a champion.
Yeah, but
Brian Norman hasn't beat a champion yet.
Yeah, but Brian Norman has just started his ascendness, and here's the thing.
Yeah, but we
Barrios.
arguing lineal status. You understand what lineal status means?
Yeah.
That means the man of the division. He's the man of the division. If Brian Norman wins, all right, let me ask you this. This the final. This the kicker right here. This the kicker.
Let me say this.
I'm gonna let you get it.
Let me say this.
I hope I don't forget.
Okay.
Let me write it down.
Right.
Go ahead.
But Ness, he's only become the man of the division because Boots has left. That's it. He wasn't the man of the division.
Here you go right here.
I mean,
this the number one question right here, bro. This how you settle it. Look.
Barrios was not the man of the division. He did, and we don't even know right now.
Hear me out, champ. Hear me out. This is how you settle it. If Norman wins and Pacquiao wins, who is the man in the division?
Pacquiao.
Then they need to fight.
No, they don't.
They need to fight.
No, the fuck
Yes,
they don't.
do.
I gotta go, Charles.
Yes, they do.
I gotta go.
They need to fight.
I gotta
You know
go.
that.
Now listen. Does the fight need to happen? Yes, but not to tell me who's the man because Pacquiao's welterweight resume speaks for itself. He came back and beat another young guy. On top of beating Keith, you beat Barrios. You think I got a discussion about who's the man at welterweight? Y'all got to knock it off. Look, it won't even matter if Devin beats Norman.
Right. He won't be the man.
With his accolades, even with Devin's accolades, and he beating Norman, Pacquiao beats Barrios in Pacquiao fashion, not no robbery. Let's be clear. Pacquiao fashion, 46-year-old Pacquiao, he breaking fucking records, bro. He put himself up there with George, bro. Of course he's the man in the division. His welterweight fucking wins speak for itself, and he showed you at 46, I could still knock your block off. Nah, it's nothing to debate. Malcolm, what up?
What if Barrios beats Pacquiao?
Yo, my audio good?
Yeah, no. If Barrios beats Pacquiao, he's got a case, but it. Hold on, Malcolm. It's totally worse for Barrios. If he beats Pacquiao, we still want to see the Norman fight. If Norman beats Haney, why? Because you beat an old Pacquiao.
Yeah,
That
but he
win,
got a
that's a
legend.
lose
He
for
got
him.
two.
No, lose.
Nah, he got
Fuck
two
out of here.
better
If y'all
wins than
gonna
any
hate
of them
on
guys.
Jake Paul, y'all gotta hate on Pacquiao. Y'all gotta hate
Nah,
on
that's the
Barrios,
problem.
bro.
That's
Y'all
the
gotta
problem though.
hate
But
on Barrios.
if you
No
say
way.
that
Bro, he
Pacquiao beats
getting an old
Barrios,
Pacquiao off for like 4 years straight off, man. There's no fucking
nah,
way. This is a
I agree, Ned.
lose-lose. Like only the casuals are gonna give Barrios credit for this.
Nah, I'm saying that is Jin Sasaki a better win than Pacquiao all 4 years?
Oh my God, that's not fair to ask, man.
Hey, they gonna bring that to the table though.
Yo,
That's gonna be
again, a
laid out.
casual reading on box rec is gonna appreciate that Pacquiao win, but you and I, a purist, we gonna appreciate the Sasaki win on box rec because we know he went to Japan. Come on, you
Damn, bro.
tripping? I don't
You
know.
know what it look
Listen,
like, Ness. You know what it look like when it's laid out on the table. It gonna look like Barrios got a better resume with
for
Pacquiao
sure,
on there.
for sure. Optics, man,
Yeah,
optics. But
optics. That's
what's
all I'm
under that?
saying.
What's under that? What was the
Hey,
call of the other day? It was like, oh, it's gonna be an asterisk. This is gonna be an asterisk next to Barrios'
oh,
win versus
sure,
Pacquiao.
sure.
It's gonna be an
Asterisk and a
asterisk. It's gonna
nice
be
shading.
callers calling in saying, "Oh, come on, man, he had 4 years off, man. He was supposed to beat Pacquiao, man." But then it's gonna be those, pure Mexican fans like, "Nah, man, he beat Pacquiao. He got a better resume."
Yeah.
Just to make you mad, but he know it's like, bro. Tell me, Barrios beating Pacquiao. How far off is that from Canelo beating Mosley, bro?
It's almost the same. It's
Exactly,
almost the
and
same.
don't nobody.
I don't
Not
get
even
mad
the
at Canelo for
Canelo fan,
that.
but
I don't
not
get
even
mad at
but
Canelo
not
for that.
even Canelo fans give him credit for Mosley. And his haters, definitely, maybe the 40-year-old Mosley. Fuck out of there. Y'all keep counting Mosley. He be 40-year-old Mosley, man. Come on, bro. Knock
Yeah.
it off. Malcolm,
Yeah.
take it away, bro.
My bad, Malcolm. What's good, bro?
Yes, nah, y'all good. My audio's good? Y'all hear me?
Straight.
Yeah.
All right, shout outs to you, Ness. Shout outs to my boy Ryan. It's a pleasure. Love when you on the show, bro. Look, man. Boots versus Emmanuel, versus Stanionis, right? Stanionis was the number one guy. Boots was number two. Boots won. Cool. Now he's the number one guy. He moved up. By default, I believe after the Norman fight, Norman became number one, and Stanionis still, as it stands, is number two. The definition of Lineal.
He don't
and the way that
deserve a shot, though.
Yeah, but we're just going by the ranks. Just the way that it's ranked and the way that Lineal normally works. You have to have the number one guy and the number two guy fight. Devin has had, one fight at welterweight, and it wasn't even technically at 147. It was at a catch weight of 144 pounds. He wasn't even the Lineal to 140 pounds. It's no hate. I don't think that the fight should even, grant for that. You know what I'm saying? There's other players in the mix. Unless, like you guys are saying, Pacquiao beats Barrios and they kind of shift around the rankings. I could see the winner of the Norman fight fighting that winner with Pacquiao and Barrios. I could see that making sense for the Lineal. But for Devin Haney, no, that's just my opinion. If anybody's okay with that, cool, that's your prerogative. But as it stands, how Lineal normally works, you need the number one guy and the number two guy to just mix it up. It's like somebody moving from 168, Bivol moving up, and then you fight Benavidez, you win, and you want the Lineal. Nah, Beterbiev is the guy who's ahead of Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So that's normally how that works. I'm not really cool with it. That's just my opinion. About the Sam Noakes shit, I'm cool with it. I love the fight. I'm happy it's going to be on that card. That's going to be a stacked card. Rico, your boy about to get packed up. He's going to get fried, baked, broiled, all of the above. Shout out to Abdullah Mason, my boy about to get a belt. You feel me? I think that's really all I got to say. Quick little disclaimer. Ness, I don't know if Johnny texts you. Anybody in the community, if you're going to be on Johnny's show, do not do that fucking $50 cutting off niggas calls, bro. That's Ness thing. You know what I'm saying? Johnny got his own format. I'm just passing off the message. Ness got his own little thing. He got his own thing there. You feel me? Like, he don't even charge niggas for counter punches. Niggas be calling in twice. It's all good. Just, y'all niggas don't got to do it. You feel me? And then, a little plug-in on Sunday. Brooklyn Barwick, 2-0 professional fighter. She in the mix. interview on a hangout spot. Sorry, Ness, I had to do that. But hey, shout outs to you. I love the topic. I'm gonna keep tuning in. Shout out to you too, Ryan.
Salute. Hey, yo, I just sent you something funny on IG. Hamza Shiraz going around New York asking people who knows Edgar Berlanga.
That's a UK thing. I remember
Yo.
they did that to Wilder.
They did that to Wilder?
This is how you try to diminish a fighter.
Yo, that's hilarious.
We gonna see
In
on
that man's
Saturday.
home city, that's
Next
wild,
Saturday,
bro.
we gonna see what matters.
By the name of Edgar Berlanga. Do you know who he is?
No.
Even Batman don't know. It's Hamza Shiraz. We're here at Times Square in New York. Edgar Berlanga says he's the king of New York. I think he's a sausage, but let's see what the public...
A sausage.
That's crazy.
Fucking hell. What the fuck is a sausage? Because that sounds so not cool right now. Man.
I don't know who the fuck that is. Clearly,
Whoa!
he don't run New York.
Heard of him.
No, I
haven't.
Henry and Nueva York.
Pete Davis is king of Staten Island. That's all I know.
An hour and 15
Hey, yo, wait. Well, I don't know.
minutes. We ain't found nobody who said they know who he is. He goes by the name of Edgar Berlanga. Do you know who he is?
No.
No clue. Even though you're Batman and you know everyone in the city, you don't know who Edgar Berlanga is.
No.
Even Batman don't know. Do you guys know who Edgar Berlanga is?
No.
Do you have any clue who he is?
No, not at all.
And are you from New York?
Yes.
The little thing with you and him,
Face
yeah?
off, yeah,
The face off, yeah, you're gonna knock him out. You'll knock him out.
We finally found someone who knows who he is. East London, same as me. No one knows who Edgar Berlanga is, and the only person who did is from East London, from where I'm from. So he only knows Edgar Berlanga because of me. Buy your tickets.
That's
It should
crazy.
be a great night. July the 12th. Let's go.
They trying to play my boy. It's all good. It's all
Damn,
good.
tell
July
him
12th. July 12th is only a matter of time, bro. It's only a matter of time, bro. Listen.
That was wild, yo.
No, they did it to Wilder. That's why it's not funny to me, because this is a matchroom thing. Obviously Shiraz is with Queensberry, but you know.
But they did it in Alabama?
No, I said that wrong. This is a Queensberry thing. Queensberry had Fury. They did it to Wilder.
Oh, like they went to Alabama or
No,
or
in
wherever
New
they were
York. In
fighting?
New York. In New York,
Oh,
Tyson
New
Fury
York.
was walking around, Manhattan,
Tyson Fury.
asking people the
Yeah, he
same
keep
question.
asking him do that,
It's not
yeah.
new. It's not new. And look, let's be real, bro. You got to be really, really known for people in New York City to fucking know you. You know?
It's the Mecca. It's the Mecca.
Fats, what up? It was good content. Edgar better use that as fire, I'll tell you that.
Yo.
Fuel.
Yo.
Man. We hear you.
What's good, man? Yeah, what y'all talking about? Should the Haney Norman fight be more than just the WBO?
Well, Haney tweeted that he feels it should be for the Lineal belt as well. So we're debating that, plus the fact that Abdullah's on the undercard and added to the undercard.
Yeah, nah, champ. This shouldn't be for no lineal ring belt. Because last time I checked, they said the criteria was either the 1 versus the 2 or 1 versus the 3 or something like that. And I mean, Haney not ranked in the division right now. I mean, he hasn't fought there yet. But you know, he's lucky that
He ranked number 1 in 2 different sanctions, WBO and WBC.
How the fuck he? Don't know how that happened. that just goes to show you that's crazy how boxing is, though, man. I mean, even if I can see him being number one.
That's that status, bro. You former undisputed, you 2 division champ, bro.
Former undisputed at 135.
Yeah,
I mean,
that shit.
Yeah,
yo, the fact that only 8 people in the world did it, that's why you get status. Status, man.
I mean, I just don't see.
8
I just
men.
don't see how that's the
only
case.
8 men in boxing. That's crazy, bro.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that. I definitely fuck with that feat. I'm just saying when you move up 2 divisions after doing that, I mean, I get you had the belt at. I get him being ranked high in the WBC. He had the WBC at 140. I understand that one. But to sit here and say it should be for the lineal status that he a top 5 fighter in the division right now,
All right, give me 5 people that
don't
beat Devin Haney right now.
At welterweight.
And don't say I don't know if he beat him, but it's a tough fight. No, 5 people that beat Devin Haney at welterweight. Go.
Damn, ain't too many. I would say Brian. I would say Brian Norman up there.
You can't count him. They gonna fight.
I know they fighting. You know what? You might got a point there because it do get a little murky there after Brian Norman, and I just don't.
Hold on. Let me help you. Do you need names? Because I don't mind helping you.
I don't need. I don't even need names. I don't even need names. You know what? I mean, I'm just saying based off of their criteria, I don't see how that would be for the Ring Magazine belt due to the fact that it's his first fight there at welterweight. But to each his own. I don't see no names bigger than him or besides Brian Norman Jr. Boots them moved up. I don't think none of them other guys really will beat him. So I can't necessarily say that he shouldn't be ranked high in the WBO.
There's a few tough fights out there. It's a few tough fights. I'm looking at the rankings right now. It's a few tough fights out there. And truth be told, even the tough fights, people gonna say, I don't know who wins.
Run me another card.
They still gonna say I don't know who wins. Like you're gonna have your super duper hardcores, right? These fake ass hipsters.
Richard Steele stops the fight.
These fake hipsters, right? That they wanna act like they know everybody. So they're gonna say Raul Curiel will give Devin a tough fight. They're gonna say Giovanni Stantillion will give Devin a tough fight. None of these guys are gonna pick this guy to win. I don't even know Alexis Rocha. Oh, we gotta see it. Nicholas Floss. Oh, we gotta see it. But they're not gonna pick Devin.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not gonna pick him to lose.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Mohan
These
Polanco,
names that you name, and I just don't see them being ranked ahead of him neither. I mean, so I can see why they just pushed them up there like that. But I mean, now that you said it, now that you see the landscape, other than Brian Norman, I mean, I guess it should be for the Ring Magazine. But I feel like it still shouldn't because if Barrios not in that fight, I just don't see how you make it for the Ring Magazine. Barrios not in that fight.
That was my argument.
Yeah, so I just don't see how it should be for the Ring Magazine. But all them other guys, I don't think they beat them. I don't like the new lightweight rankings that just came out. How the hell y'all got Floyd Schofield ahead of Abdullah Mason? I just don't understand. That. I don't think Farmer has a better win or performance better than Abdullah Mason, and Abdullah Mason got a title shot coming up. The Ring, they definitely smoking crack with that one.
It's just a better win, bro. Abdullah beat Jeremiah Nakatilia. Nah,
let me say why.
They've been fighting the same level of opposition except for that win.
Yeah, but Tevin Farmer coming off a hella losses.
But that's the thing. The people in the rankings are not casuals. They seen Tevin Farmer get robbed probably 2 times. Remember, people thought he beat Murataya, and people definitely thought he beat Zepeda. He dropped Zepeda. Yeah, Tevin don't even got power, bro. Like he had the performance of his life.
I just don't see how they got Schofield ranked ahead of Abdullah Mason.
Former world champ. Former world champ. Only thing, listen, because people always say I'm hating Abdullah, but the best thing he did was beat Jeremiah Nakatilia. He's not a champion. He's not a former champion. He's just a dude that lost to Shakur and kept losing because he lost to Shakur. So it's like, oh, shit, he went 12 with Shakur. Let's put him in there with our guy. Tito Mercado murked him.
Yeah,
but did you see the sparring footage that came out? Did you see the sparring footage that came out with Abdullah putting them?
I ain't talking about clout chasing. That's clout chasing. They ain't got a better win, so they got to put out a round worth of sparring. Get a better win than my man's, yo. That's nasty. That's nasty work. That's like Ryan show up and he like, yo, check out my new broad, bro. She bad as hell. And everybody, and then you like, oh man, I already hit that. Like, bro, nobody want to hear that shit.
Word, yeah,
nobody want to hear that shit.
When Abdullah get this belt, he should be number 3 though, man.
Yeah, when Abdullah get that belt, tell him do us a favor, jump in that driver's seat and send an offer. Send an offer because there's a rumor going around that Abdullah sent Schofield a $1.2 million. Man, that's super duper cap.
Yeah, that's what people were saying before he re-signed, that they
Super
sent the
cap.
fight offer.
Super
I don't think
cap.
it was for $1 million. I don't think it was that crazy, but you
Super
know.
cap. No offer at all from Top Rank. And now if Abdullah or his team want to say James Prince sends an offer, I can't confirm or deny that. And I can't say that's not something that could be possible because clearly Bill was negotiating with Shakur without Top Rank, right? So, do your thing on that behalf. But I know that Top Rank ain't no shit about no offer. That's what I know. Lil Top, what up? Lil Top, you gotta unmute. Yo.
All right, man. I'm about to bow out, get these
All right,
kids some
champ.
lunch.
Do your thing.
Appreciate y'all,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Everybody be safe out there tonight. Make sure y'all good, man. Barbecued up. Peace.
Peace. Hassan, what up? Gotta unmute.
Yo, what's up, Ness?
What up?
Hey, I just heard you say that the $1 million offer was capped, but it came from Floyd Schofield's dad, though.
Cat,
So how
man.
was that capped?
Because it's
That's
cat.
what he said, though.
It's
So
cat.
he would lie. So he would lie that his son got $1 million offer from Abdullah Mason.
Bro, ask him who sent it. Because Top Rank don't know nothing about no $1 million offer sent from Abdullah to Schofield.
I know, but why would his dad lie?
Again, I don't know. Again, I said that they could be getting an offer sent from James Prince. You're using the word lie. He could be getting an offer from James Prince without Top Rank knowing. What I know, Top Rank don't know nothing about no 1.2 offer from Abdullah to Floyd Schofield.
Yeah, and you also said you're telling Abdullah to get a better win. Why don't they just fight? You don't want to fight, though.
You say I'm telling Abdullah to get what?
You say he should get a better win than
No.
Floyd Schofield.
they remember these callers call in. So someone said he should not be ranked above Abdullah. I'm saying yeah, he should. He got a better win. You got to tell Abdullah to get a better win. He beat Jeremiah Nakatilio. That's his best win. That dude never won a world title. Schofield just beat Farmer. That's a former world champ. Some people on Twitter that you debate with thought Farmer beat both Murataya and Zepeda. So it's a better win. Look at the opposition Farmer been in with all his career. It's a better win. And it was a better win. On top of that, it was something that no one thought could happen. I'm literally on record. I sent it to them. I said, ain't nobody getting knocked out in this fight. It was his first step up, and Tevin was a true vet that never been knocked out. You gotta give him credit, bro. Y'all would be insane not to. Massive credit.
All right. That's fair. You were talking about the rankings. I thought you were talking about just fighting in general.
Nah, I mean, listen, again, he's with Top Rank, player. If I don't know how long you've been following boxing, but you're going to have to get Top Rank to send Schofield the real offer, not one that Floyd said he got that Top Rank don't know about. Let's get one that both James Prince and Top Rank know about. And then, we'll see how long that takes. Did Top Rank ever send Tank an offer for Shakur?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, but what you think about the Benavidez?
Did Top Rank ever send Frank Martin an offer for Keyshawn? Or for Keyshawn to fight Tank? Or for Keyshawn to fight anybody that you think he should have fought? They don't do that shit, bro. It's at the last minute that they fuck with the other side. That shit is in stone. We know that. The only way out of that is the way we've been getting it with Turkey. That's it. And Abdullah's an ambassador, so yes. Technically, after this fight, we could be seeing an offer from Turkey for Abdullah to fight Schofield. But if it's in Riyadh, you heard Schofield's dad. Is he just saying it to get more money out of Turkey, or is he saying it because he really don't want to go back to Riyadh? But remember, that's the only way it's going to happen.
No, I think they really don't want to go back to it.
The only dudes the motherfuckers ever sent offers for in the last 10 years that I can remember, and I'm just so, this is just off this conversation. Maybe some more come to mind, but it's Tyson Fury. They believed in him for real. When did they send an offer for Bud to fight Earl? When did they send an offer for Bud to fight Keith?
So you saying Top Rank just don't send offers at all?
Tell me when. Tell me. Help me remember, because you know I smoke hella pot. Shout out to Hardin. 29 Desert Inn Road, they open in 5 minutes. Go get that good shit. But yeah, help me. I ain't even ring the bell for you. Help me.
Yeah, you got me, dog.
Like Xander literally was in a negotiation because it was for vacant. He had to fight Fundora. And look, somehow that shit didn't happen and Fundora dropped his belt.
They've been trying to.
Somebody in the chat help us. When do they send offers? Honestly, like when do they send offers? They had Shakur. Everybody thinks Shakur. Bob Arum says Shakur is the southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather. Why you ain't send Tank an offer?
You think they should have sent the offer to Tank as the B-side?
Listen. I'm going to repeat this. Bob Arum says Shakur was the southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather, but Shakur received an offer from Matchroom for Warrington, or was it Frank Warren? You got to do your research to go back when Shakur was supposed to fight Warrington. What promoter Warrington had? Don't forget there was also Cordina. He got offers from then. Why the fuck Top Rank never put up the money to bring Cordina to America so that their southpaw version of Floyd could unify with Cordina, or unify with Josh Warrington, or check this one out. Why ain't they send southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather to unify with Gary motherfucking Russell Jr.? Give me my fight, man. Like I ain't been watching boxing. I wanted that fight. You had the WBO. He had the motherfucking WBC. Come on, bro. Like, again, somebody tell me. Okay, there you go. They sent an offer to De Los Santos. But guess what? No, Hassan, guess what? That don't count. Because what did I say? When it's a vacant. And homeboy forgetting that Shakur had gone down the line. He got the De Los Santos the number 6. They ain't send no fucking offer. They had to. It's a fucking vacant title shot. Come on, man. I just don't remember, bro. I fuck with Top Rank heavy, but I don't remember when they really do it. Even when they got a killer, they still won't send the killer to kill. Again, Brian Norman's going on a hunt because Turkey letting them. Turkey satisfying Top Rank. Turkey satisfying the fighters so the fight could happen. I don't think Top Rank would allow Brian Norman to go on a hunt. His team would have to be like, oh, no, we taking that offer. But look, they didn't take it when it was Matchroom, because when it's a regular promoter, they playing hardball. Turkey is satisfying what you need. What you need, matter of fact, you listen to these dudes, he don't even tell you what you need. He give you what he know you need. And people usually be like, oh shit, I was going to go in there to negotiate, but I was already happy. I'm telling you, bro. Listen. But let me get to some other calls, Hassan. It's always a pleasure. And I still, throughout the show, help me remember when they made an offer. Okay, Jonathan Sin says, made a $2 million offer to Ramirez, declined January. You gotta put a bigger, I don't know what you mean by that. Who would have made a $2 million offer to Ramirez? And the last I checked, Ramirez unified on the DAZN card, didn't he, with Hooker? Because DAZN paid for it. Matchroom paid for that, right? Or am I forgetting that wrong? You know we on the hard. Dean, I'm asking for help. I'm asking for help. Voting for a new way. Good one. I can't even get you there. That's a good one. That's a good one. That was an offer, but he's a killer. They sent him to kill. I did tell you they sent Tyson Fury to kill. Only when they got a killer, I don't know why they ain't never send Bud to kill. But you got me there. And that's why I said help me. But look how hard it is. We talking about they sent Tyson Fury to go get a belt or go do damage, and they sent motherfucking a new way. Who else? Who else? And that's getting off topic, but it's okay. Who else? Top Rank sent Devin offer for Tio and confirmed by Bill right here. They rightfully declined in favor of the Turk deal for the same fight. That is true. Bill did say that. Bill did say, why would we take the Top Rank offer when Turkey's doing the same fight? They did send that for Tio. Damn, okay. So now we got 3? We got 3? Fucking Top Rank been in business what? I thought they was been in 84 years. What is it, 50 years or 84? Porter for Bud. Porter for Bud. There we go. There we go. Now we got 4. Let's go. Sent Pacquiao against Mayweather. Man, knock it off. That was co-promotion. What else we got? Top Rank sent Devin offered. Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Porter for Bud, we read. Okay, I'm going to get to a caller. Let me check these super chats. But keep throwing them. Loma Gary. No, that was vacant. WBC. Cut the shit. Remember, his first title shot was WBO, and Salido put the beats on him. Then the next title shot was vacant WBC. Cut the shit. Yeah, I'm on you. I'm on you. I don't need box rec. I'm on you. I like this. This is fun. Sent an offer for Keyshawn versus De Los Santos. This is true. This is true. That's a good one. That's a good one. But again, let's look at these offers. Porter for Bud. Y'all hear what y'all say about Porter being on his last leg. De Los Santos for Key. You already know how I felt about that offer. So, you know. You sending an offer to a dude 2 years off. All strategic offers, but we still gonna give them credit for sending them. I'm not moving the goalposts, just clearly showing that when them offers get sent, they strategic. You either sending a new way to knock a block off, or you trying to get somebody with a handicap. Keyshawn versus Baranchek? Nah. Come on, Baranchek, he is a top rank guy. He's Igis Clemens fighter. Chill out, Ryan. He was just on the panel. What we got? Matt Bent, $2. Rolly has done more than Devin at 147. Technically, no, he hasn't. Because, yeah, Ryan is a big welterweight win because the fight was at welterweight, but it's not. He's never done nothing. He doesn't even deserve a ranking at 47 because he's never accomplished anything. Like, how do you even get that? He's not been a champion in any division that he's fought at. So, I don't know, bro. And that's Rolly's only welterweight fight. At least Norman beats Haney. Haney was a former WBC champ at 140 and a former WBC and undisputed at 35. I got Tevis, G-Ball, $10. Bruh, you got to quit. Excuse me. Salute. Pound for pound number 2 as well. Salute for the $10. He says, bruh, you got to quit handling these fighters. Everything and let them earn it. Get at least 5 fights at 147 before you think you should fight for the ring. Callers, quit all this Devin Haney bias. Do what Earl did. Again, super chat, 5 fighters that beat Haney at welterweight. And don't give me those are tough fights, I got to see them. 5 fighters you think at welterweight beat Devin Haney. $10. Keenan, Lofton. Actually, I got to take a quick break for 1 second. Or, let me see who can I. There's no one here that is experienced enough. So at the moment, I am going to have to take a short break to get this door. My wife's not here, so I got to handle that. I'll be right back in a second.
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people?
Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuss, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Mac, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Without Chai, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida. Intrigue the Incredible, straight out the ATL. James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Mide from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and French fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C. Y. E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2 division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
Mr. BBC, baby.
LV Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, aka the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madbat 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people. There is no equal.
You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBD for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
All right. I'm sorry, man. Remember, I was having something done to the pool. They put the wrong piece on. Lucky for me, they're here on 4th of July to get it right. Ron Boy Fresh, what up? Ron Boy Fresh, you gotta unmute. All right, Will. Oh, you there?
Hey.
I hear you.
Slim, I'm power washing. All right, Slim, you lunch it right now, Mo. All you gotta do, you talking about, and we just gonna keep it to Bud. Bud spent all of half of 140 sending offers and beating up PBC fighters. They sent the offer to Diaz, Molina. We can go down the list.
Bro,
they sent the offer to
again. Fights that the killer was gonna kill.
Listen, let me rap. Can I rap real quick? I'm trying to let me rap. So they sent offer to Danny Garcia. They sent offers to Keith. Keith wanted more money. The only reason they didn't send an offer to anyway, we'll disagree to agree. We'll agree to disagree on that, but they sent the offer to Keith. I say they did. Bomac said they did, and Keith didn't like the offer. He said it himself.
Yeah,
so I don't know what you talking.
I thought Bomac said he sent the $10 million offer. I thought Keith wanted $10 million according to Bomac.
No, but Bomac said they sent the offer. Somebody said, well, was it like $10 million? Bomac didn't deny or confirm anything. He just said all he said was that Keith wanted more than the offer that top ranking them sent. But we don't need to go there. So they sent the offer to Keith. We can agree to disagree there. The only reason why you say they didn't send an offer to Earl is because those the fights where you do co-main, where Earl will represent, PBC will represent Earl, Top Rank will represent Bud. So that's a different animal because you got to first come together. Bob was telling them we cannot get them to come together to make the fight. That's what was happening. But we ain't even got to go there. But we do agree they sent the offer to Porter, Danny Garcia, and we'll agree to disagree.
Definitely.
But okay, hold, Mo, let me rap. You got it. But and in half his 140, he beat up PBC fighters. We can agree to that. And the other jokers already hit the Fulton and all that. Now we can go to Bradley. If you go through half of Bradley list, half of Bradley damn near his last. If you go through 15 of his fights, just off the top, half of them was Golden Boy and Don King fighters. Where they sent offers to. So that's not true again, Mo, but that's just off the top. I'm doing this just off the top of cleaning my motherfucking backyard for this fourth. But stop that, Mo. You know Top Rank was sending offers to everybody when it come to that. So, I mean, I get what you're trying to do, but at the end of the day, you gotta be real. And, you know, I'm hold your feet to the fire, Mo. But I can go on and on. I'm just trying to get this shit done. But you can go research the Bradley shit. That's just off the top. I can go down 100 other boxes because, you know, this is what I do. But those are just the familiar names. So look at Bradley joint. Half of them motherfuckers is Golden Boy. We can start with Lamont. We can start with Devin Alexander, Blase Block, and Golden Boy. But I'm out, Mo. I'm out.
Yeah, man. Again, if the killer can kill, they gonna send it. But some of those offers that he's talking about, come on, man. John Molina? Like, this is what I'm saying. John Molina, and you got the nerve to call on here, give him credit for sending the offer to John Molina. Give him credit for sending the offer to, what's the Olympian? Felix Diaz. Bro, you sending the offers to the wrong people. Oh, we going to give him credit for sending the offer to Porter when we wanted the Earl fight. Like, what are we even talking about? And what offer they was doing for Golden Boy? Abregu? Like, who did Bradley fight off of Golden Boy? What? Marquez? Maybe Marquez. What was like these big fights that they did offers with? I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. Big fights, real fights. You call back in and tell us that they're gonna send an offer from Mason to Schofield, or tell us they already sent an offer. That's what we was discussing. That shit ain't happening no time soon. Especially if Mason win that belt, they gonna build them. Look at, I mean, whatever, bro. Whatever. Tevin Smith, pound for pound number 3 in the chat, $5. Sausages and empty cans. Damn, y'all trying to play Berlanga, huh? Keenan Lofton, $10. Haney undefeated, Norman undefeated, Barrios 2 L's and a draw. Pacquiao lost to a kickboxer and Ugas last 2 fights. Shouldn't even be an argument. Haney and Norman top 2 in the division as of now. Simple. Damn, what about guys? I mean, I guess that rules out Nicholas Floss. He also has losses. But Stantillion, he got a loss. Rocha got a loss. So a loss automatically knocks you off? I don't know, man. Look at that. Look at that. So we got to take off that offer from Inoue to Stephen Fulton by Top Rank because Leonard Sterling with the 2-pounder, pound for pound number 1 on the chat says, I don't know what the hell. We're going to get Siri on it.
Hideyoki Ohashi.
Okay. Inoue's promoter sends the offer. Not Top and Rank. Not Top and Rank. But phone lines are open. We got Mr. Quick on a check-in. Quick. Yo. Al in the Bay. Al in the Bay.
Yo, what's up? I ain't gonna lie. I thought the Lineal and the ring was the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know there was a difference.
I mean, it is.
But
it is like the ring represents the Lineal in the sense that they award you the Ring Magazine belt if you become the Lineal champ. The Lineal champ doesn't necessarily have a belt, but if you're the Lineal, the ring gives you that belt.
so it's the same thing.
Yeah, yes and no, because remember, you don't need the belt, and you don't, like, I don't know how to explain
Then what's the point of the Lineal if you don't need the belt? Okay.
Because it's a status.
I rather care
It's a
less
status.
about the. Go on. I can't hear you.
No, I said it was a
I can't hear
status.
you.
I just said it was a status.
Oh. Yeah. Status don't really do anything, you know. It's all about the hardware, you know. The ring has an actual belt attached to it. You know, a Lineal, I guess you could say this person could be a Lineal, that person could be a Lineal. But it's like there's nothing tangible that's connected to it. Then it don't give it any value. It's only words that gives it value. There's no tangible to it. You know, now the ring has a belt. That's a tangible thing. I can hold that thing. I can see it. I can put that thing on my wall and say, look, I won that. You know, you get old and gray, you be like, oh, I was a Lineal champ. Okay, what did that get you? Oh, that get you nothing? Okay, then don't worry about it. Now, the ring is a whole different other story. Who's the ring champ right now? I think what is it vacant?
It's
the ring
vacant.
belt?
Yeah, it's vacant.
Then okay, then the ring belt might be up for grabs, you know, because we have Devin Haney who's moving up as a champ, and he's fighting another champ who's could be considered the better champ, you know, because we have 4 champions, but there's one better than the rest. You know, we always have to have a top dog. So I guess you could say, yeah, in a way, the ring could be online because Boots was the ring. But since Boots is moving up, I don't know if he moved up. Well, I guess you say he's moving up. Did he already drop the belts?
Not that
Did
we
Boots
know
already
of.
drop the belt?
Nah.
Then what we talking about then? Because Boots still got the belt, so he got the ring unless he drop all the belts. Then
But remember, the
it's
ring,
no point
the
in
ring
talking about it.
works. The ring works with Boots, man. So they know he already said he's moving up. The politics just have to happen. Like he's already announced it. It's already posted on the ring. He's moving up. His promoter talked about it. He's moving up. Like the vacating of the titles just hasn't happened, or the sanctioning bodies haven't done it. But yeah.
Until he officially moves up, then he's the ring.
How much motherfucking official
Now,
more you need the man to be? He said it out his mouth and his promoter. They've announced that they're moving up. Lord have mercy.
gotta drop the belts. That makes it official. That makes it seem like, okay, you're definitely not coming down. Once you drop the belts, you're definitely not coming down. You can hold on to the belts. There's always a possibility. In poker, we always have a saying: you got a chip and a seat, then you still in. He got a belt. He's still in. Until he officially dropped those belts, he's still in. He's still in those rankings. Officially drop the belts, and then you would be out the ranking.
Maybe you need to
That's my
check the
call.
rankings so that you can see that Boots isn't in any of the rankings at 47.
Richard Steele stops the fight.
So you guys need to like educate yourself before you go on these rants.
Yo,
Yo,
you can hear me?
we hear you.
All right. Peace, God. Good morning. I wanted to divert from the subject a little bit just to wish everybody a happy Independence Day. Want to spread a little bit of light and education. My grandma used to put me on this when I was a young child. It's a speech from Frederick Douglass entitled "What to the Slave is the 4th of July." I'm gonna read a little excerpt, then I'm gonna touch on to the subject. What to the Slave is the 4th of July was a speech delivered by Frederick Douglass on July 5th, 1852, in New York, at a meeting organized by the Rochester Ladies Anti-Slave Society. In the address, Douglass states that positive statements about perceived American values such as liberty, citizenship, and freedom were an offense to the enslaved population of the United States because they lacked those rights. Douglass referred not only to the captivity of enslaved people, but to the merciless exploitation and the cruelty and torture that slaves were subjected to in the United States. So understand, the 4th of July, it is a celebration for independence, but also understand what our ancestors went through way back in the day. Stay in touch with your people and understand not everything to be celebrated should be celebrated. I don't want to take away from anybody's core values, but just understand what your ancestors went through on this day, and also understand segregation is only about 50 years ago. And now trying to touch on the topic a little bit, just a little bit. I feel like if Devin wants a lineal belt on the line, I mean, he would have had better reasoning in doing so by taking a better 147 acclamation fight. Either a common opponent at 147 from a former champ, or bring somebody down at a catch weight from 147 to 144. Obviously, prefer like a Karen Chukadzian or a Mantis Stanionis. And I'm not saying that Jose Ramirez was a bad choice, but in retrospect, I feel like there are better prospects for him to choose from. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, listen, I don't care who his first fight was because his second fight is the baddest man at 147.
I mean, that's true, but if we're Like you're not wrong, right? But if his long term was to go to 147,
Nah, I don't think that. I just think that he looked at it like, okay, I'm fighting the best in the division. Might as well put the Lineal on.
it's hard to agree. It's just because he fought Jorge Ramirez at a catch weight, and yes, it wasn't really tight, but not for 1 and 2. Not for 1 and 2. Ness, like he's not ranked. I mean, yes, from status, but let's look at his let's look at his accolades in doing so as far as opponents. Like it's not fair.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Wheels.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, yeah.
All right. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Boss Voice. Just touch on the topics, man. I would say that it should be for Lena. Like you said, that's I went and looked. I could only find like maybe one good challenge for both Brian and Dev in that fight. In the weight class, and that'd be Stanionis. And you know, he just got beat by Boots, so he ain't gonna be back for a while. So I think it would leave it to Dev or Brian for the Lineal. I know Barrios is out there, but you know, Barrios could have took on a real challenge as long as he had the time to, but he chose wait and go with the Pac fight. That's cool. We know the Pacquiao fight is a money fight. Let him have it. That's cool, no problem. But you can't you can't say nothing when the two other guys are world champion defending against a real challenger. You know, and I'm not saying Pac's not a real challenger, but we just don't know how he's going to come out physically. You know, whether he's going to be good enough to still do what he used to, but we'll see on that. But I do think it should be Haney and Norman for the Lineal. And then the only promotion the only offer that I could think that Top Rank might that sent out was the one they sent to Frank Martin for Shakur. Uh, and that's the only one I could think of. But that's my call, Ness. Y'all have a
Nah,
good one,
wasn't
man.
that for the vacant?
Nah, I thought
that was for the WBC, right? Or was that after? Was that after?
That was after he got the belt.
But you sure?
Yeah, because he got the belt. Cause remember,
Did he win the belt versus De Los Santos? Because didn't De Los Santos take Frank Martin's spot? Because Frank Martin didn't want to take the money.
Yeah, true that. That is right. Okay, then. Well, yeah, like I said, that was the only one I could think of where they actually sent out an offer, but you know, Top Rank.
But Ron Boy is right. All those offers did go out. They just like mediocre, bro. You talking about a broken Kell Brook and a broken Amir Khan and a definitely not on that level John Molina. Like that shit ain't. Come on, man. That shit ain't what we talking about. We talking about real offers, man, for real squabbles. Like, again, why the fuck they never sent the offer to Gary Russell, Josh Warrington, Joe Cordina? Like, bruh,
because, man, the thing about Top Rank, they do it for all their who they think gonna be a big name for them. They try to get as much money out of them as they can before they put them against anybody tough or let them go to fight for anybody else. Because I'm surprised when you said that Raymond Morataya fight with Cruz was gonna happen, because how I look at it is like,
I mean, I'm not sure. According to our good friend Cesar Seda, that's what he's reporting, that they're in negotiations. We'll see, does it actually happen?
Yeah, I'm surprised at that, because you know, I'm when I look at Top Rank's roster, the fight that I think that that I think they wouldn't mind be giving up at that weight class is the Navarrete fight. Put that Navarrete on the table for any of those guys, anybody that's calling out your top guys like Mortaya or your other champions, and use Navarrete to block, to
Navarrete is a
pretty much.
division below. He's at 30. Murataya
No,
35.
remember his last 5, he was at 35.
No, he tried to win the belt and lost, and Keyshawn
Okay.
beat that champion.
Okay. No, cause I was just looking at the top ranked website, and they had more. They had Navarrete in 135.
Look, according to us, day killers is Brian Norman, Abdullah Mason right now. Let's see what happened with Xander. If Xander beats this dude to beat Conwell in a statement making fashion, then maybe Xander could be considered one of their killers. Better Beef was one of their killers. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Mad Bent, you could have wasted that $5 to name 5, but you didn't. You didn't. Like, name 5 people. If Devin don't deserve to fight for ring, name 5 people that could beat him. Like, Lord have mercy. And this is what I'm saying. Biggest name in boxing, Devin Haney, because I put Abdullah in here fighting Sam Noakes. Ain't one caller call in to talk about Abdullah and Sam Noakes. Maybe just one. It was just one. I do remember just one. Jay August. Y'all lucky I put Devin wanting to lean you in the title just so y'all could get y'all to call in.
Sound check.
Sound good to me.
Yeah, what's up? Jay August out of Florida. Happy 4th. Appreciate the show. Appreciate you working, sir.
Appreciate you calling in, man. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, for sure. As far as the lineal conversation goes, I just don't think that either, like, and it's not a shot at Devin, but he hasn't done enough at 147. Norman just got his title at 147. Lineal means you beat the man who was the man. And in the instance that the man retires or moves up in weight, then that lineage has now ended and a new lineage has to be created. So now we have to see which one of these guys at 147 is going to create the lineage. Who's going to unify 3 of the titles or undispute all of the titles? Then you can call that guy the lineal champion. See, lineal's not something that somebody can give to you. You have to earn it. That's the only title that you really got to earn, because the Ring magazine is given. They decide. I think the Ring magazine's position is more to like cut through all the BS.
Champ. That's the point. Right now, in the ring, Brian Norman Jr. is number 1. So the argument is, does the former undisputed 35-pounder and the former WBC 140-pounder deserve an opportunity to have the ring on the line versus Brian Norman, who already deserves the opportunity to fight for the ring as the number 1? Because remember, it's supposed to be the number 1 and the number 2, or the number 1 and the number 3. Some cases, 2 and 4.
But the ring is an awarded title. It's not something that you can't fight for the ring. The Ring magazine, they're going to decide who they want to represent as their champion, who's the man, who they see as the man in the division. The lineal champion is just the man in the division.
My point exactly. But the ring is only awarded to the lineal, the man in the division. And Brian Norman being the number 1 in the ring rankings puts him as the man in the division.
Okay, I respect that. I understand that. But Brian Norman only has 1 of the titles, right? So he's not the undisputed champ. He has the WBO championship belt, correct?
But remember, neither was Boots. He only had 1 title and was perceived as the man.
I'm not asking about Boots. I'm asking about Brian Norman.
I'm giving you facts.
I'm giving you facts too.
As a champion with 1 belt, you can still be the lineal. That's all I'm saying. Boots had 1 belt.
But okay, Boots But he was obviously
unified
the
to
most
get the
dominant
Lineal.
champion. He was the most dominant champion at the time. Who was more dominant at 147 than Boots at the same time?
And right now that Boots is gone, who is more dominant than Brian Norman Jr.? Who
gotta
has
find out.
No, but it's already found out. Who's got more title defenses? Who's got better title defenses? Who's got devastating title defenses? Barrios won the belt and did what? Tell us. You got free time. The bell rang. Tell us what Barrios did since he won the belt.
Isn't he fighting Pacquiao? Isn't that what he's done since he won the belt?
What did he do since he won the belt?
Has he I don't know. Has he defended the belt?
I don't know. You tell us, because you're the one disputing that they don't deserve to fight for the ring. I can't help you make your argument.
Wait. I did not say that. I said that neither of these men have done anything at the 147-pound division to deserve to be called the lineal champion. Now, if Brian Norman beats Devin Haney, we're gonna say, hey, he didn't really beat. Okay, go ahead. You want me to say it? I know I triggered you. I'm not saying I'm not picking Norman over Haney. I'm just saying I'm playing hypothetical.
I'm giving you the lineage. Barrios was never the champ. He was the interim.
No, Jerron Boots Ennis was the last lineal champion.
I gotta go. I'm trying to give this man the lineage. He just wanted to debate. See you later. The bell rang. Barrios was the interim. He never beat the champ. Cool. He then gets elevated when Crawford moves up. So as an interim champion, he fought Ugas. As an interim champion, he fought Maidana. He was elevated when Crawford moved up and defended the full version versus Ramos in a draw. But he's the number one. He deserves more of a shot. I mean, these are just facts. This is just facts. Okay? Cool, because that's Barrios. Rolando Romero fought Ryan Garcia, that fought no one at welterweight, never been a champion at 35, moved up to 40, never was a champion at 40, fought for a world title at 47 and lost. And also Romero has not defended. Not that I'm saying he should so soon, but he hasn't even defended. IBF is vacant. Lewis Crocker is your number one. Number two is vacant. Patty Donovan is your number three. Brian Norman is the only champ that has defended his belt via knockout in the last two title defenses. And Stanionis is not more accomplished than Devin Haney. Barrios is the only one that could give him a run for his money because he's a multi-division champ. Shout out to the WBA. But then we got to get into that debate about what version he won. Giovanni hasn't won a world title. Shakram Giyasov is the step-aside king, also never won a world title. And these are in order. Shakram is now your number 5. Barrios was your 3. Giovanni was your 4. Sasaki is still sleeping, and he's your 6. Rohan Polanco is already in a fight with Quinton Randall, showing you that he doesn't deserve lineal status. Alexis Rocha not only lost, but also drew to Curiel, right? Let me just double check. But I'm pretty sure he had that draw or loss. What'd he get? Checking it right now. Rocha's coming off of a draw with Curiel. Curiel was coming off a draw and got a tune-up on the Jake Paul card. So what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Echo Usman just got his biggest win versus Josh Taylor, who's a 40-pounder. So when we say that Devin Haney don't deserve it, who deserves it? Karen that lost twice to Boots? Who deserves it? Conor Benn that's been fighting at 60, still ranked at 47? Like, who deserves it? Rashidi Ellis that's been fighting in ballrooms. Nicholas Floss. Let's see Nicholas Floss with 2 losses. Does he deserve it? 2 losses, but he's got a big win over Jahad Tucker, who's a contender. contender. What does he deserve it? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So who deserves it? Shout out to my man Thulani Mbenge. Hopefully he gets a shot on the big leagues. But does he deserve it? At 33, never being a world champion, being in these welterweight rankings for years? Who deserves it? Gabriel Maestre deserve it? Who deserves it? The division is empty, fellas. It's empty. I could read off every name on every sanctioning body before going to a caller in the top 15. Harlem Eubank is 15 in IBF. Does he deserve it? Who the fuck deserves it? Like, come on, man. Y'all don't want to put the Ring Magazine belt for what? To make who wait?
Mo. Hey, we good? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even. We got off. I didn't even know what the topic was. I just heard you talking that shit about offers being set, and I'm just not going to even really touch bases on that because Victor Postal got an offer and Dongo got whether you want to believe in Dongo was what he was, they all got offers, and then everybody got an offer.
I mean, you tell us. You tell us it was Ndongo what he was.
No, Dongo was considered the road warrior.
Where's Ndongo at right now?
He was considered a road warrior and unified. Sent the offer, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah, he was he unified. I respected him. I respected him, Ron. I respected him.
That's fine. And they sent the offer, correct? So we agree to that.
Are you on like speakerphone or something?
Hey, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Is this better?
Way better.
Yeah, I was in the beach. I was in the beach house. I mean, in a pool house joint. But all right, now we good. Look. I ain't want to really talk about that. I want to talk about the Lineal because we can already go, and that's just Bud. We can just deal with Bud on who top rank sent offers, and they sent offers to everybody. Victor Postal was another one.
Bro,
they
you naming fringe contenders, man. You naming fringe contenders, man. Like, yeah, Victor won a world title. He won a world title. Bro, how many? Tell the people how many times he took step aside money. Tell them how many times he took step aside money. Tell them how many times he took step aside money. Tell him how many times Victor Postal took step aside money.
Because Danny Garcia didn't want to fight him.
Just tell him how many times. Just tell him how many times.
I told you twice because Danny Garcia didn't want to fight him.
Three.
It was only three. It's three now.
And guess what else, Ron? Guess what else? Because I ain't gonna lie. You got me. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go with the Lineal.
No. We ain't done. I ain't gonna lie. You got me on some of these offers. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. You got me on some of these offers. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them just is not good offers. But in the case of Danny Garcia, let me just explain something because that narrative you shouldn't use it. No. I'm just gonna explain. I'm just gonna explain facts.
The only one connected, Mo.
For people, again, this is facts. It's not about connection. For you to say that Danny didn't want to fight him, remember, it is the fighter that is supposed to refuse step aside money and force his title shot. So if Danny don't want to fight you and he's offering you $100,000 to step aside and you accept it, you also don't want to fight. If Danny does that twice and you accept it, you also don't want to fight. Keep in mind that Karen didn't accept. Step aside money.
Have you seen a step aside contract before? And what does the step aside contract say? If that fighter decides to move up, then that negates the deal. Typically, what happens in a step aside agreement, and you know this, you can trick bag your audience all you want. In a step aside agreement, you cannot fight in that division unless you fight me. That's a fact. So we ain't got to go there. I just want to go to the Lineal thing. I agree 100% with you.
Wait, you can't just move on. Does the fighter receiving the step aside offer have the right to say, no, I don't want your money, I just want to fight?
Yes, and he
Okay,
also has the right to be
so you
like,
lose. So
and,
you
and, and
lose. So
anybody
you
and
lose.
anybody with a
So you
brain will say
lose.
he
If
beat.
you
No, I
thought you
don't
could beat
lose.
Danny
It's a
Garcia
wash.
in your
It's
prime,
a
you
wash.
would have took your
It's
fight.
cool.
If you thought you
He
could
took the
beat
free
Danny
money. Yeah, he
Garcia
took
in
the
your
free
prime,
money.
you would have took
Yeah,
your fight.
right.
That's just
Okay,
bottom line. You
we'll
took
agree
that
with you.
money. You took that
I
money so
agree.
that
I
you could
agree with
send
you.
it
I
back
agree with
to
you.
Ukraine and tuck it away and have a
Right.
little
I
safe
agree.
haven for your
I agree.
family because you knew Al was
I agree.
giving you step aside.
I agree.
Plus, if you check
I
Danny's
agree.
resume,
I agree.
Victor Postal's on the undercard, so he chose finances instead of a world
I
title.
agree. I agree. I
All right, so
agree.
then
He chose
we
the
can
free
move on.
money.
We can move on
No,
then,
no, no, no.
as long
He
as we on
chose
the
the
same
free money
page.
expecting. No, no, no. I agree, but he chose the free money with the idea that Danny Garcia would fight him before he leave 140, and it didn't happen. But that's it. That's it. We ain't got to
You
talk about
took
that no more.
step
All
aside
right,
3 times.
let's
You
talk
knew
about.
you wasn't getting no fight. If you
Oh,
wanted
he
your
took
fight,
it
you'd have
twice.
took it.
I thought it was only twice, so you know better than me. It's three now. I thought it was only 2 times. Oh shit! All right, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'll agree with you, but we'll just have that's out of context. But look, Lineal. God damn, you wasting my time on this shit. Lineal, it's definitely supposed to be Bryan and Haney. Period. That 147 division is so trash that you only have 3.5 fighters in it. Barrios, you wait on Barrios to fight for Lineal. Barrios is a protected boxer. He's there for just notoriety. He's there for just there. He's just a placeholder. He's nothing but the new Leo Santa Cruz for PBC. That's all he is. He's not willing to fight nobody right now. They have him. They telling you every time they get an offer, Barrios is busy. So waiting on Barrios to be a lineal, that's never happened. Rolly, we know Rolly is trash, and we ain't even got to talk about that. So you only have Haney and Brian Norman, and you have Rohan Polanco. People don't know about it, and you have a half of a motherfucking and you have a half of a who the boost just punished my youngin who the boost just punished, and that's fuck right on the tip of my tongue. Who the boost punish?
Stanionis?
Stanionis. That's your half right there. That's it. That's all you got. Stanionis, Norman, Haney, Rohan Polanco. That's it. So damn right, Haney and motherfucking Brian Norman should be fighting for Lineal because you have to start it over. If you wait for the next crop of 147s to come in, you're gonna be waiting for 15 years before you crown a Lineal. You're gonna be waiting 15 years because 2 of them is protected in that motherfucker. So that's it, man. That's all I got. I agree. This shit should be for Lineal, and it needs to be an argument. It's a legit argument that you need a new Lineal at 47 because I don't think Norman have a problem making the weight, and he can hold that motherfucker down for at least 3, 4, 5 more years. And if Haney get it, he can hold that bitch down for about 5 years. So you need to crown a new Lineal right now. But that's all I got for you, Mo.
All right. I just want somebody to give me 5 fighters beat Haney in the welterweight division right now.
Man,
You said that's all you got. You should have said spoke up. I need 5 fighters to beat Haney right now. 5 fighters. Let's look at this. Oh, Marco, you're here. I forgot about that. 5 fighters, Marco, that beat Haney right now in the welterweight division. Do you need to see the rankings just to get some help?
Yes.
Cash Weezy.
This is who I think will beat Haney. 5 of them. Okay.
Oh, they gotta beat him. This ain't this is a good fight. I gotta see it. No, 5 fighters.
Yeah, I think will win. Okay,
5 fighters. Marco thinks will win.
All right. And what we're doing 47 now for Haney officially?
I mean, that's where he's officially fighting at. My good friend.
All right. So Norman, I don't know, so I can't put that in there. Although
no, you can't put Norman because they're fighting. 5 other fighters. Because again, the debate is, he doesn't deserve to fight for Lineal.
I can't come up with 5. I mean, I'm looking at all this right now. That's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure to look. So, yeah, I can't come up with 5.
Now, give me at least 5 that you think give him tough fights.
Okay. And Norman doesn't. We can't.
Norman's
put Norman
not
in
included because he's fighting him.
Okay. I think Stanionis might give him a tough fight. Barrios might give him a tough fight. Jesus. Connor Ben might give him a tough fight.
Conor Benn he's not fighting at 47. I don't know why the WBA is being so disrespectful to the hardworking men there. His last fight was at 60, and he's rematched, already contracted the fight at 60.
Yeah.
Again.
That is about it.
What about the new kid on the block? Julian just cracked the division at 13, knocked out Avius Griffin on a big Jake Paul card.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but too inexperienced.
Too soon?
Yeah.
I hear you, champ. I hear you. Well, that's the debate, man. Devin Haney tweeted. Devin Haney tweeted.
Why is Ryan and Tio not in this anywhere?
Because neither fought at welterweight, and Ryan lost at welterweight, so he's not ranked.
Good point.
The WBA would be disrespectful. They already gave him a free title shot, having never fought at welterweight, and then he lost. If they re-rank him at the top 15 without a win and a loss, it's just disrespectful.
I mean, Rolly's is a champion, isn't he? I don't see him here.
He is the champion. He's elevated because Boots moved up.
Yeah, I don't think Rolly would give him a tough fight either, even though he looked good against Ryan. That was more what Ryan didn't do. Yeah, nah. You know, what do you think of Harlem Eubank?
Well, you're going to find out Saturday he fights Jack Catterall, but according to Rico, he's getting possibly stopped. What do you think of Devin Haney saying he thinks his fight versus Brian Norman that's already for the WBO welterweight title should also have the ring lineal title? Should the man that wins this fight be considered the man in the division after seeing those names?
Well, let's back it up. Who was the last person to officially have the lineal?
Jerome Boots Ennis earned it when he beat Stanionis in the first unification.
Okay, so now it's vacant. That's a problem with this lineal shit.
And since then, no one has defended their belt other than Brian Norman with 2 vicious knockouts.
That's the problem with this lineal. Like, there's no set rules for when somebody vacates or retires or whatever.
Well, this is how I do it, right? Like, who outside of Haney, who do you think beats Brian Norman? You just seen the rankings. Give me 5 people beat Brian Norman.
Nah. So, I mean, you could do it that way.
I don't know, because of his style make fights, bro. I think, but you're right. I don't know who beats him, but I got to do 5 tough fights because of his style. Echo Usman, tough fight.
It's just like we go back 6-7 years ago.
Would Rolly be a tough fight for him?
No. We go back 6-7 years ago, and that division was stacked like IHOP. You know, Porter, Errol, Thurman, all these fucking, and now it's like.
Yeah, but it's gonna get there. This is the beginning. It's gonna get there. The good point about Round Boy Fresh's call was whoever wins this lineal will defend it because they're young enough and their frame could sustain it. Like, you know, Brian Norman Jr. told us he's not moving up. He makes weight comfortably.
Right. Well, like the lineal, now that Turkey took it over and it seems to be adding more structure to the Ring magazine, maybe they'll implement actual rules. Like when Lennox retired, right, and he had the lineal heavyweight, the next person to get it was Vladimir Klitschko, but like 4 or 5 years later. So they kept that shit vacant for like 4 or 5 years because they didn't know what to do with it. Like, what do we do when because it has to be the man who beat the man. But when nobody beats the man, there's no rules in place. So it's like, it took them 4 or 5 years to make Klitschko the lineal. They might do that again.
Well, they made, okay, you said Klitschko. I was about to say Tyson won it from Klitschko, yeah.
Right, but Klitschko,
because dominance matters. Dominance matters, and that's what I'm saying. Norman is already eligible as your Ring magazine #1 and the only welterweight in the division having defended his belt twice. You know.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, you know, shit. But then I don't know if Tio's gonna officially.
Here we go. We got something for you. Shout out to my assistant, Coco.
If the lineal champion retires, moves to another weight class, or vacates the title, as Crawford did by moving to super welterweight, the title becomes vacant. In this case, the lineal title is typically awarded to the winner of a fight between two top-ranked contenders in the division, as determined by consensus, e.g., Ring Magazine, BoxRec, or Boxing Media. The fighters must be among the elite, usually top 3-5, to legitimize the claim. For example, in the welterweight division, 147 lbs, with Crawford's departure, a fight between Devin Haney, number 2 ring, and Brian Norman Jr., number 3 ring, could be considered for the lineal title if boxing authorities like Ring Magazine or historians recognize it as a valid succession.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Just history has shown they don't do that. So we'll see if that's what they take too long. Hopefully they do.
They clearly do that. Remember, they just did it for Bivol and Better Beef, 1 and 2.
What do you mean?
Bivol and Better Beef, when they first fought, it was the number 1 versus the number 2.
Who was lineal though leading into that?
No one. That's the point.
Oh, who had vacated? I don't even remember.
Actually, yeah.
No, I think one of them was.
No. I don't think. No. Because Bivol was always out there, so they couldn't. And look at the champions he beat. His greatest champion was Vazdag, like Joe Smith. He was always the blue collar guy. He was always the guy that overachieved. Like the B-Hop old age win was his career highlight.
Well, we'd have to go back. Like I know Roy was he undisputed at light heavy, and then Tarver beat him.
B-Hop was the last lineal, bro. Believe me, man. There's no
Okay.
way. I don't even need BoxRec. There's no way. I'm gonna do it anyway. Tommy, what up? You've been waiting, but there's no way. I'm gonna fact check it though.
Yeah. Let's see who the last one was. What's up, Tommy?
Florida. Unmute.
What up, Ness? You got me?
Yep.
Shout out. Yeah, I don't think that's deserving, Haney, to be in lineal. My opinion, don't got to agree. I don't know what they rank Pacquiao, what y'all rank Pacquiao, but him and Barrios is more deserving than Devin Haney. Because, I don't think Brian Norman probably can't be considered the guy to certain people, but to me, after Boots left, the guy is Mario Barrios. And, the winner out of that fight should be more higher ranked than the winner of Devin and Brian Norman. Now, Brian Norman got a case if he beat Devin, yeah, but, with Barrios' resume, if he beat Pacquiao, that just everybody else in my case. Now, 5 people who I would favor to beat Devin in welterweight, that isn't Brian Norman: Mario Barrios, Speedy Rashidi Ellis, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, based upon Devin's last performance. Based upon Devin's. The last time I saw Devin, I would favor Rolly.
He beats Rolly.
Hold on. It's your day off. Can you not use that Bluetooth?
Bro, I'm on my regular phone. I don't know what. I tried to download Discord. This shit don't work for me. I can't tell you, bro. I don't know.
So you're not using a headphone or a headset?
No, I'm on my regular phone. It's on speaker, and I can put it on the earpiece.
Don't take it the fuck off speaker, then, man. But just talk to your phone.
You're choppy.
Every day, Marco. Every fucking day, and I ask him every goddamn day to take the shit off, and he still calls
I can't
that
even
way.
hear you if I put it on my earpiece.
So your earpiece is broke. Your fucking phone is broke.
Yo.
I can't deal with this
it's still
guy.
choppy. It's a little better, but still choppy.
No, but now he doesn't even hear us. So his phone is broke. He's calling in on speaker, and we're forced to hear the bullshit because his phone. Take the shit back. You don't got insurance on that shit? This is unbelievable. Every day, I'm like, bro, I've been thinking it's a Bluetooth. Now we find out he's calling in on speaker, and even his speaker phone is broke because it sounds underwater. So then when he takes the speaker off and he the headset don't work because he can't even hear us. Lord to the mercy.
Yo, I will throw in one person that I think will give Dev a tough fight. Blair Cobbs. He
The guy
wasn't in
that
any of
lost
those.
to Alexis Rocha.
Yeah, I think he'd give him a tough fight. I think he's
The
at that
guy
level
that
now. I
lost
think.
to Alexis Rocha.
Hey,
The guy that
that's what I
just had
think.
a draw with Raul Curiel.
I'm not saying he'll beat him. I think
And
Blair.
let me just go at this guy with his call. He's telling y'all, and this is what I said, but people don't listen to the monologue. They just want to hear their own voice and make their own opinion, and that's cool because we all got opinions. But in my monologue, Marco, I clearly said casual fans want to see Barrios and 46-year-old Pacquiao with a 4-year layoff fight for the Lineal. Barrios was an interim champ, so he was never the man. He defended his interim title versus Fabian Maidana. He didn't stop him. Rohan stopped him. His next fight was a fucking draw in front of 65 million people. That's his legacy at welterweight. Oh, and he beat Ugas as an interim. He beat Ugas. That's his legacy. He deserves Lineal. So him and a dude that's been out of the division for 4 years deserve to fight for the belt, not Brian Norman and Devin Haney. I don't know.
So you don't think Blair? You don't think Blair will be a tough fight? You think Dev washes him easy?
No, Blair needs to get ranked so that Devin could get credit if they fight. But you guys have to keep in mind that Blair lives in Las Vegas. Devin lived in Las Vegas for how many years until this year? He sparred Blair countless times as a 35-pounder.
Yeah.
As a 35-pounder.
So you're saying he knows him? He knows him
too well.
Okay.
Too well.
Okay.
Too well.
Shit.
He's been in the camp numerous times, bro. Too well. I mean, look, everything is different when the gloves come off, for sure. Look at Rolly and Ryan. We never thought it would happen, so I guess I got to take it back and see what happens. But they know each other. They know each other.
This dude who said, the guy who called in with the underwater phone,
Rashidi Speedy Ellis.
Well, he said, what got me was Rolly. And then he goes, well, based on Devin's last performance. And I'm like, if Devin fought cautiously like that against Rolly, he beats him easy. Rolly couldn't.
And I forget who we interviewed that said that. Like, it's not going to happen again. He's going to be cautious the rest of his career because he experienced what he experienced with. He is blessed to have that removed. So he got to suffer adversity, go through the loss, and not have it on his record. He ain't trying to ever do that again, in my opinion. That's just how my mind works.
But then that affects.
I think you're always gonna have to get him. I don't ever see him fighting like he did in the 7th round with Linares, and ever fighting like he did in the fight with Ryan.
Well, that's going to affect his marketability. It's going to affect his pay scale. It's going to affect a lot if he fights
No, because you could still be aggressive without being like he threw caution to the wind. Remember, it's the same thing over and over. He's got to understand I don't have knockout power. Now, that could change at 47. I don't know if God allows him to fill in the 47 and he gets man strength at 50. I don't know.
Against Regis, it looked like he had knockout power.
No, knocked down.
Well, whatever. It looked like he had power against, Regis.
Knocked down. Yeah. His father didn't let him go for it. And that's what I'm saying. Because his father didn't let him go for it, he didn't get caught. And he got the best performance of his career. He went for it with Ryan and got caught. He went for it with Linares and got caught. He was going, like he thought he was going to knock out Linares. And guess why? Because mentally, everyone knocked out Linares. He's the only one that didn't. I mean, right. I think now Jack Catterall didn't knock him out either, but up until then, he was the only one that did it, bro. So I think he's learned his lesson. I would hope this first it was 1 with Linares, now 2 with Ryan, 3 you could be knocked out, not hurt. So he gotta have learned his lesson.
Yo, regarding the second topic of the fight, of the show,
Better Beef was the Lineal. Sorry, Better Beef was the Lineal. He won it when he defeated Alexander Usyk by TKO, unifying the WBC and the IBF.
Alexander Usyk.
I meant to say Vazdek.
I was like, damn, he beat Usyk. I was
Vazdek
gonna say,
inherited it from Adonis Stevens when he, defeated him.
okay, so then
who
if he was a
defeated Chad.
lineal, then Bivol's a lineal because he beat.
Yeah, Bivol's lineal.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I love Noakes versus Mason. I think
Nice.
they don't do shit like that anymore. Like two young guys like that early on.
Well, they don't give him credit, bro. It's only happening because it's a vacant title. You're right. They don't do things like this. These two undefeated prospects or contenders would not be fighting each other unless there's a title, unless it's an eliminator, unless it's an interim. That's why these titles keep being invented, because these guys are not willing to sacrifice for nothing.
Yeah, in this fight, you're gonna see Abdullah Mason's chin if that was a fluke when he got dropped by that dude.
So you've been watching Noakes or you've been watching highlights? No disrespect. I'm just asking because I don't watch Noakes. I don't watch Noakes. And I haven't watched Noakes. I don't know one fight I watch of Noakes. Maybe the Ryan Walsh. I don't think I gotta check his card to see that I watch him. I'm telling you.
I definitely watch highlights of Noakes, but I've watched one or two of his fights live. Real powerful. So Abdullah Mason's chin is gonna be tested. Like,
this dude's not winning, bro. He's 27. Danny Garcia was a 2-division champ, unified, lineal. That's why when Ron Boy Fresh calls in here talking about he ain't want to fight Victor Postal. Victor Postal's legacy is winning a vacant WBC versus Lucas Matias and losing to fucking Crawford and then losing to Gary Russell. Like, who's he beat? Honestly, who's he fucking beat? You know what I'm saying? You 27. I guarantee you Abdullah beats this dude.
Yeah.
27 years old? Bro.
Well, I'm going to say, he must have started boxing late to be 27, right? Because he only has like 15 fights or some shit.
He better shock me. He got that knockout power at 73. You doing something.
79. His knockout. He's what is he? 15-0, 17-0, all knockouts but 2 fights. I think it's like a 90% knockout rate. It's crazy.
No, he's 75. I got his box record. 73.
Oh, you got it up? Okay,
yeah,
what is
73.
he? 15 or 16 or 17-0?
He is 23 with 17 knockouts. 1 loss, by the way.
Okay. So
his biggest opponent, he didn't stop. I'm telling you, fake power, bro. We got to see you with versus somebody. Fake power, fake power. He didn't stop Yvonne Mendy, good journeyman. He didn't stop Ryan Walsh. Bro, you can't fool me. Can't fool me.
For me to be clear, I think Abdullah Mason he's my favorite prospect. Like, I think I see Boots, I see Bud in him, all that.
27 years old, and you didn't knock out Yvonne Mendy or Ryan Walsh? My money's on Abdullah. But hey, hopefully he makes it a fun fight and can crack Abdullah and get us in there, get us excited and shit.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Because he's gonna be throwing sledgehammers. It's gonna be fun, for sure. So Abdullah's chin will be tested, his defense will be tested, but I think Abdullah just has too much size, too much youth, too much slickness. But it's gonna be fun.
George. It's only a couple days, man. The 12th is around the corner, homie. Just make sure you in the live chat, power chat. We're going to find out how fake Berlanga Power is. We're going to find out. I'm always watching. You know what I'm saying? Never mourning. Never grieving. Let's go. We got Leonard Sterling. No, we read that. Mad Bet 100, $2. Champ level. Rolly has a 147-pound belt. Right? Question mark. Yeah, you right. And like I said, hasn't defended it, and he won it versus a dude that never won a belt at 35, moved up to 40, never won a belt, moved up to 47, never won a belt, and is not even ranked after losing that title shot for that belt. So yeah, is Rolly more qualified for the lineal? Matt Bent 100 back with another $5. Now he's on that pound for pound number 3 status. Ness got callers trying to justify a hypothetical question. Name 5 that can beat Devin. Suckers. Crying out loud 2 times. What's wrong with me doing that? Like, I don't even get that. That's a weird, like, why? Like, People, if you want to dispute that Devin doesn't deserve it, cool. Tell me 5 welterweights that have beat him. Fuck it. Give me 2 then. All right. My man said Rashidi Speedy Ellis. I can see that being a good fight. Even though Rashidi's been in those ballrooms right now, not on that level, because he doesn't present, because Devin isn't a power puncher. You know, Rashid, it's 2 boxers this fast, but Rashidi's, you know, he's not been on that level that Devin has been on as high and as long as Devin. So I don't think his sharpness is going to be there. Like, his jab ain't going to be as sharp as Devin, even if he's got more speed than Devin. His pivots and his defense ain't going to be as good as Devin because he's just not fighting on that level. You fighting in club shows. You're not on a high level. Like, Devin's fighting the speed of Ryan Garcia, the power of Brian Norman. You know what I mean? The IQ of Lomachenko is just a whole different level. Hook like Berlanga, $5. Haney wants to get the ring belt because he wants Zero Stanionis Smoke, who's number 2 in the ring rankings. Just because Ennis has power don't mean Dev does. Lake County, $2. You doing Joshua Wilder for second show if you do one? What you mean, Joshua Wilder? They made that fight? They better have not made that fight. And I'm not about to not have my 4th of July for a Joshua Wilder fight announcement. They shouldn't have made that fight if they made that fight. Wilder need more tuna. They trying to kill poor Wilder. That's crazy. Crazy. Shit's crazy.
I mean, they both just, you know, Joshua's came off a smashing.
But he came off a knockout to a top level fucking guy. Wilder's getting bounced around the ring by anybody. No, sir, man. That shit ain't. Wilder ain't even. Yo, come on, bro. It's not even a comparison. Wilder's balance and technique has never been on the level of AJ. His thing was the Hail Mary, bro. Like, come on. DJ Double D, $10. The Ring Magazine belt has always been the most prestigious belt. There are times where the belt shall remain vacant until a true king of the division emerges. You don't just give it to anyone.
Word.
We got Lake County, $2. Blair Cobbs would be a tough fight for Dev. No? But you see, y'all saying tough. Y'all not saying beats.
Yeah, I don't know if he beats him, but
Like,
that would be.
Give me them definitive fighters that beat him. Like, y'all was saying, nah, Boots knocks him out. Boots knocks him out. Damn, that's it? Just Boots? Is it just Boots? He's gone now.
Yes.
He is gone.
He'll be at middleweight too before you know it. He will be at middleweight.
He's gone now. We got Quan. What up?
Yo, Ness, you can hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. What up, Marco?
What up,
Ness? Shout out to the boxing voice. But as far as I'm concerned, I thought the ring rules were simple. They're like, if the 1 and the 2 fight, then the winner of that fight becomes the ring champion. And like
you would think
Crawford and Spence fought, that was the 1 and the 2. I think even when Deontay Wilder and Fury fought, that was a ring. So, you know, I don't know. It ain't that big of a deal. But hey, shout out to Turkey though. Is all of these fights supposed to be on the same card? We supposed to get David, Devin Haney, Boots, and Abdullah Mason. That's all on the same card?
Yes, sir.
Man, bro, that's the best card ever. I don't care. That's the best card ever that Turkey ever did. I don't care. That tops the Ryan and T.O. Nah, this the best one. Like, cause you get everything. You getting all of the young talent, and you getting fire fights. Yeah, that's the best card. I ain't gonna lie. But personally, for me, I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. It's just like that's like literally all my favorite fighters on one card, literally. So, you know, I'm gonna watch that for sure. But hey, though, I got something. I think I'm sensing some cap or something. You feel me? I know that this sparring got leaked out and shit, and it is what it is. Yes, it was strategic, and he did the fight announcement with it. But I just feel like the Schofields be capping. So didn't they get on here before and say
Yeah, we allegedly whooped on Mason, and it was only one round. They bounced out after that.
I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
now
Did
the
he say?
sparring get leaked
Did he
out.
say that?
Yes, yes. Tell the editor go find it, man. He
Man,
is
you gotta
record
find it
on
so
the
that we
Boxing
can
Voice.
find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find it. He is on record on the Boxing Voice saying that they whooped on Mason only for one round and they got pulled after that.
Cause
Man,
he
and he
he told
said
me
that
it's 4 rounds. He said tell him put out the other 4 rounds.
exactly. So he said that he said 4 rounds like yesterday after this sparring got leaked. So now it's allegedly another 4 rounds. Yeah, man. I ain't going for it, bro. But even if it is, and nothing different happened, he got probably whooped for another 3. And then it's even crazier. I remember
You breaking up.
Schofield
All right, you back.
Senior being on here, and he said he whooped on the brothers too. So okay, I was Senior said that he whooped on the brothers too. So I'm just like sensing a lot of cap. He know what it is when it comes to the Masons. That's why they was asking for that million for the fight to even happen. Listen, it is what it is, man. This is the Midwest takeover. Mason is here. Yeah. So that's what that is. And shit, hey, we gotta make Border Wars great again. I don't know what's been going on. I'm breaking up again.
You back.
I'm coming up. Okay, I'm about to head out. I was just saying, like, hey, make Border Wars great again.
Man,
I think my car messing up, man. All right, I'm out.
Yeah, that shit sound bad, man. Tito Vos counter.
There I am. Yo, what's the
up?
word?
Chilling.
Hey, so real quick, man. How did counterpunch thing work, man? I got one from Wednesday. I didn't get. I think I put it in too late. Can I get credit for that? Not that I got enough to say
Nah,
today, but
of course you get credit, bro.
All right. Right on. Oh, you know what? Since I'm talking about Wednesday, Marco, I got a bone to pick with you.
Okay. Pick it.
During my intro, you mentioned a little something when I said that I was Salvadorian. You know, that was some uber white man shit.
Nah, man, I grew up with Salvadorian dudes. I know all about MS-13.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There's more to my culture than just that. And not that I'm
No, I know
offended or
that.
nothing, but I just wanted to point out he did some uber white man shit right there. You know,
Well, I mean,
not
I guess
not
some
all
white
Salvadorians
apologies.
are associated with that. You feel me?
I know
That's
that.
all.
Yeah, that's a
But,
gang.
I'm aware of that. I know
yeah,
not all of them.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my culture is way more than that. Way more
I
than
know.
that.
I'm aware.
Pupusas, cumbia,
Papusa. That's
marayon.
what I was about to say.
You feel me?
Papusas before you said it. I know. I know.
So yeah, I'm just mentioning that. You know, mentioning that because
Shits are
I ain't
delicious.
associated with them dudes. So.
Yeah.
And we all ain't. You feel me? Anyways, so back to my case. For that lineal, bro. No one that has called in has made a good enough argument as to why Devin Haney is wrong for asking for this. He's taking a shot. He deserves to take the shot. Even AI said it. Who was that? Siri? That wasn't Siri, right? That was like Cordana or something. But see, so she even said it herself, right? They're in pocket, bro. The Ring magazine been around for years. This isn't the first time Lineal has been left vacant. There's already a process for that. As from what I'm seeing, it's consistent with the process that have always been in place. The top 5 guys fight for it, and then we get a new lineal. You know, like I was saying before, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And Devin Haney is playing chess right now. He's playing 2 steps ahead. Now, hopefully he's not looking ahead, looking past this dude, right? But if he beats him, he's got more chips than everybody else, except maybe Barrios, because if he beats Pacquiao, then, he's got a notch on his belt, so he can use that for leverage. I see more than just the fight. And you know what? To homie that left before, what's his name? The one out here before, was he Canadian? Is he Canadian?
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Ryan said something interesting about integrity. Man, this is boxing. This is prize fighting, not integrity fighting. When the hell has boxing been known to act on integrity first? Just stating the facts, man. Historically, when the fuck have the people that deserve to win actually won? How often do robberies happen? This is a cold-blooded sport, man. This is why we love it. It's nature, survival of the fittest, and that's my call, fellas.
All right,
Peace out.
champ. Go ahead, Marcos.
I just said peace out.
H-Town.
Oh shit. Leonardo.
KL
What up?
Chapo, $2. Mean Machine gives Dev a tough fight. Tough fight. Can I get somebody to say he gets beat?
Yeah, Polanco beats him, Curiel beats him, Stanny beats him, Stanny beats him.
So you saying only 3 people because you mentioned Stanley
No,
twice.
I named 4. No, I said Santion, Stanny,
Santillán.
Polanco, Curiel.
Mm.
You know, they all beat him.
All Mexicans, huh?
Aaron beats him. You know, he's the weakest guy in the division, but that's not the list. You know, that doesn't matter. Right now, he's coming in with the more credentials than everybody. The only guy that would probably have some kind of argument if he was actually trying to fight someone in the division would be Tio, because he's the one. He's the Lineal for 140 coming up, but he don't want to fight. And he don't want to fight Devin. And Devin's the guy that wanted to fight. He's got the credentials. Norman's number 1. Barrios has been sitting on his hands forever. Rolly just came in, even though I think Rolly beat Devin too. You know, but yeah, man, they should put it up. I think it'd be a good shot, man. Right now, from what's on the table, it makes sense. Anyone that argues that, you know, it don't matter if these guys beat Devin right now, they still haven't fought him. And he's coming in with all his credentials. Like I said, the only guy that probably has a case towards it would be Teal, but Teal's not trying to fight nobody at 47. He's not trying to fight nobody, period. You know what I'm saying, Marcos?
I feel you.
Tio hasn't even had a catchweight fight at 47. How does he have a case for it?
I'm saying if he moved to 47, actually came in like he said he was going to, since he's the Lineal. I said if that would happen, I go, but since it's not happening and the guy he don't want to fight at 47 is Devin, then it's fine for Devin to take it. You know, I don't see no problem with it, man. Nobody else is. Everybody else, even though they beat Devin, they already lost to the number 1 guy or the former number 1 guy recently, not like 6, 7, 8 years ago. All in recent time, you know. It's not like they build themselves back up. So yeah, man, Devin should deserve a shot at it just because of his credentials coming up. And even though these other guys might beat him, they haven't beat him yet. You know, that'll be determined afterwards. So, and you know, Brian Norman Jr., he's the number 1 guy. He's the most deserving of getting shot at the Lineal. But hey, by default, Devin's there. It is what it is, man. Plus, he is a name, and you know, we got these new criteria in boxing called name recognition, invented by Nestor Gibbs to give his guy some kind of a, you know,
it's part
shot.
of boxing.
But yeah,
it's part of boxing. Remember, when you Google it, popularity comes up. It's not my ranking.
It is what it is. But all them guys beat your boy. I'm out.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Let's see, man. You know, the good thing is Polanco has to prove it, and he fights Quentin Randall, who's a boxer. So let's see if he proves it, right? If Polanco knocks out Quentin Randall or shows that he can cut the ring off and outboxes Quentin Randall, then he's got a case. But right now, Polanco's biggest win at welterweight is Fabian Maidana, who he stopped. That's a good win, but doesn't say you could beat Devin Haney, a 2-division champ. Stock Chasers, what up? Devin is the most disrespected, man. He needs this win. If not, he's done for, because when Shane moves up, people think he could win. Devin moves up, they counting him out.
Yo,
what up?
It's good. How's my audio?
Street.
Yo, happy July 4th to you 2 gentlemen and the chat.
You too.
And that's a fire shirt. Nah, that's a fire shirt. But yo, check this. Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, but listen, man. I think, bro. What can I tell you, bro? I think like at this point, Devin understands where he's at, bro. Like, I don't know who's playing more mental gymnastics. If it's Devin or it's the fans, bro. Because at the end of the day, Um, I don't think Dev has an issue, bro. Heading into this fight, bro. Like, I mean, in my life, I've performed better in certain situations when my back is against the wall. And I think this is the clearly where Dev is at the end of the day. So, some people what can I tell you? They do well in those situations at the end of the day. Um, but H-Town, man, that's super cap. H-Town out here throwing. Listen, with all due respect, I love my Mexicans, but bro, you need to stop that. You need to stop what you just said, bro. Like, I mean, you talking crazy. At the end of the day, we shall see. We gotta focus on the man in front of us. That's Brian Norman Jr. That's who we focusing on at the end of the day. So all that, but he did this dude could beat him and this dude could beat him. That's all bullshit. If Brian Norman Jr. is number one, I think bringing the Lineal Championship into the conversation is real. I think we should see. We still got time. I think it should be on the line. Why not? I don't see anyone else beating these two dudes at welterweight. Respectfully, that's my opinion. So, yeah, man, I think it'll be a good move. But yeah, man, November couldn't come any quicker, bro. But anyway, y'all have a nice day. Here, take be easy.
Peace.
All right. We got Quest the Best. What up? Damn. What up?
What's good? Shout out TVV. Happy 4th, man. Everybody listening. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe. Shout out Marco. Marco's there.
He there.
Yeah, what up? Appreciate you.
What's good, Marco? My guy. Marco Belonga in the building. Shout out Marco. Yeah. I agree. I agree with a lot of people on this topic. These are the two best people in the division. So I think it's up there for grabs for both of them. I'd rather have, maybe like another champion like Mario Barrios face winner and then put it up for grabs. But I don't know what's Mario Barrios' intentions. I don't know if he wants to unify. Who knows? But I think this is the best idea right now for these two guys to do. I don't see no one beating Brian Norman. I don't see nobody beating Devin Haney. Those two are the best guys in the division. So let's get it on. You know what I'm saying? But the future of the 135 division has to be Abdullah Mason and kids Schofield. They're dropping the footage of sparring and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Tank fights Shakur. I don't think we'll get that fight. I just don't think we'll get that. I want to be optimistic about it, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think we get it. So I think the biggest fight is Mason versus Kid Schofield at 135. I think that's the biggest fight. You know what I'm saying? Which is
why not Mason versus Shakur, which we were supposed to get?
Ain't they have like the same manager? Ain't they under both under Jay Prince?
No. You mean Mason and Shakur under James Prince. I'm saying why not Shakur and Floyd? They was already scheduled to fight.
Oh, you said Shakur and okay. I mean, I think that shit has sailed, man. I think I don't want to see that fight anymore, man. Floyd, he faked his death. You know what I'm saying? If he was ready, he would have fought him. You know what I'm saying? I think his rivalry, excuse me, is Mason. They're both around the same age. We all know Shakur is on a higher level.
I mean, he was already scheduled to fight Shakur. I wouldn't let myself be a rival of Mason when people was willing to let me fight Shakur. That's a higher level. It's more accolades.
I mean, so you think Schofield is closer to Shakur than Mason right now?
I mean, he was.
Which one?
He was. He had a fight scheduled.
Man,
he had a deal.
Man.
He had a contract. He flew out. He did fight week. Like, you forgetting. You can't take him off that level. And him knocking out a former world champ shows it.
I'm going to say this for my call, though. Schofield versus Mason is the future of the 135 division. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for.
Oh, hitting after the bell, fam. Tell the truth. What up? Tell the truth.
Who's up now?
Yo, bro, Ness, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, first of all, bro, listen. I feel like the ring belt should be on the line. Like you said, Ness, they can't name us 5 people in the division that number 1 can beat Haney, right? And what was the justification of why they put Stanionis as number 2?
There is no
Best guy in the division.
justification. There is no justification.
There wasn't. So if they were able to do that for Boots and give him the ring, then they should be able to do something similar for Devin, man. I mean, Stanionis at that point.
Well, remember, that was a
2 fights
unification, though. That was a unification, so it made more sense for Stanionis and Boots.
Right. No, but still at that point they had number 1 Boots and number 2 Stanionis, right? In the Ring Magazine rankings.
Pretty sure.
So in my eyes, I thought the number 2 guy in that division at that time was Brian Norman Jr. I mean, Brian Norman Jr. had better wins than Stanionis. Stanionis at that time only had.
Whoa.
Wait. Let me break it down, Ness.
Go ahead.
Stanionis at that time had 2 fights in 3 years, right? He didn't look good in the Maestri fight. In the middle rounds, I thought he was, he wasn't doing good. And his biggest win in his career came 4 years ago against Butayev, who beat Jamal James, which wasn't, like an elite guy in that division. So meanwhile, Stantillion, I think that Stantillion win for Norman is better than anything that Stanionis has done.
I guess, man. I don't know. Jamal James was undefeated welterweight until he lost to Butayev, and Stanionis beat him. And Butayev is a good
how long
fighter.
Ago was that, though, Ness?
He's a good fighter, tough fighter. Not a lot of people beat Butayev. You can't tell me you got to pick who you picking in Giovanni Stantillion versus Butayev.
Oh, I'm picking Stantillion, bro.
What?
I'm picking Stantillion, bro.
Without a doubt? Wow, okay. No, I'm no disrespect. It's all good. Hey.
Yeah, wait, let me ask you a question, Ness. Jamal James, was he in the top 10?
Hell yeah.
I remember top 15, but was he in the top 10 with Butayev beat him?
I'm sure. Cool. He had to be, bro. He's a career welterweight. He's never fought in any other division.
I thought it was top 15. But anyway, Ness, how long ago was that win? That win was like 4 years ago. So how relevant was that win?
Richard Steele. He had that belt. He got that belt, though. That's what kept him relevant. You right. Hey, when y'all right, y'all right.
But it's a good fight, bro, man. Hey, one question to you, though, Ness. What do you think about Haney and Norman not being on the main card?
No confirmation yet. No confirmation.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, nice speaking to you, Ness.
Likewise. Yeah, I haven't seen any confirmation on that. For sure, Michael Coppinger's last tweet kind of gave that impression, but there's been no announcement of the main event. The last Ring article said when Norman and Haney was made, it said, now we got our main event for Turki Al-Ashik's November card. And now Coppinger's tweet says Haney and Abdullah on the undercard of Davis. So we'll see what happens. Stock chasers, counterpunch, and keep in mind that I made it clear. It don't matter to me excuse me, never mind that bell. What order they're in. I'm good with that card as a whole. But what up?
Yo, what's good? Yo, listen, man. We already know what's going on, bro. I'm about tired of this shit. Oh, y'all, I'm reading the comments, bro. It's nasty work. Y'all motherfuckers don't know shit. Respectfully, man. I love y'all in the chat, but y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know what Dev y'all gonna get. And if Devin comes in, the Devin that we know, you know what I'm saying? Besides that dumbass shit with Ryan, y'all motherfuckers gonna be tight, bro. I don't see Brian Norman Jr. winning this fucking fight, bro. I don't see it at all. Like it or not, bro. Y'all gotta stop capping. And now y'all talking about Santillion beating fucking Dev.
How you gonna call people cap because they got an opinion?
bro, because it's nasty work. It's nasty work, bro.
It's
At
a
the end
whole
of the
nother
day,
division. You gotta respect that people want him to prove himself at this division.
bro, I understand. So let him prove himself, bro. The hate is outrageous, my nigga. The hate is outrageous. That's all I'm saying, bro. This ain't regular, bro. This is people tuning in to watch Mayweather lose type shit, bro. There's nothing else. There's no comparison to the level of hate that this man is receiving, bro. It's nasty.
Come on, Tank
I'm
get
just being
equal
fucking
hate.
honest.
Tank get equal hate.
This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, bro. And at the end of the day, we gonna see in November. We not that far off. Training camp about to start, man. We ain't far off, bro. At the end of the day,
Training camp
I just
started.
got names, bro. I got names, bro. Y'all better show up on fucking Sunday, bro. Because at the end of the day, I am 100% confident Norman Jr. will lose. Throw that fucking Lineal championship in there as well, bro. That's my call.
Damn. Man. He's confident, fellas. Italian stallion. Italian stallion.
Hey, yo, Rocky.
Yo, what's good, Ness? You can hear me?
What's up?
What's going on? This fight, I think this is a good fight. Haney's obviously got the accolades. 2-division world champ, undisputed 135. But I don't think he's faced it. Like, obviously, hasn't faced anyone with, Norman's got dynamite in that left hook. If after what we saw with Ryan, I know there was the whole payday situation, but I'm worried for Dev because if he gets clipped, I think it's gonna be lights out. But if he can get on his bike, move, use his legs, keep sticking that jab, I think he could get a decision. But you got Haney to win this by a decision, or?
I got the fans winning, baby. I'm down the middle. I like both these fighters, man.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like
it should be a good fight, but I think this is the crossroads in Haney's career. Like,
oh yeah,
we
crossroads
know he's legit,
fight.
yeah, we know he's legit, but this is.
If you lose this, it ruins your legacy.
Yeah, it's make it or break it. Like, he wins this, that's 3 division. Like, they can't say shit about he was weight bullying this and that. We know he's legit. If you're a true boxing fan, Haney's legit. Yeah. The thing is, if he wins this, the haters won't be able to say shit. Unless there's an extreme robbery or anything like that. But
nah, you can say,
also,
he's
bit off topic.
he's
Have you got
inexperienced,
Belanga beating Shiraz, or how you like? I know you're a Belanga man, but looking at the fight objectively,
Belanga's
do you
about
think
to
Shiraz?
pack him up, man. We're gonna pack him up for that disrespectful, little video walking around New York, asking complete tourists in Times Square if they know Berlanga. Man, come to the fucking BX or Brooklyn, man. What are you doing in Times Square? How many fucking Google right now? How many millions of people walk through Times Square daily and they're tourists, bro?
Yeah, no, that's a
they
fact.
Slick.
That's
they think they fucking slick with that shit. We're gonna fucking pack his ass up for that shit.
You know what? I'm a big Belanga fan.
Week.
Yeah, I know. I love the energy. We need this shit in boxing. Yeah, of course he's got haters, but if he wins this shit, he's gonna fucking be. He's gonna be. Like, not face of boxing, but he's his charisma, he's the way he just talks shit, he's all the jewelry, the bling, we need that shit in boxing.
Hell yeah. But if he loses, he's in a crossroads fight. He loses this, he's fucked because this is a fucking prospect contender moving up. This is a contender. This is a contender because he fucking fought for a world title. This is a contender moving up. You're supposed to have the advantage in weight. He's got to win or he's going to be fucking, they're going to shit on him big time.
But Shiraz can box. Like, he like, they robbed the diamonds, but I've been watching Shiraz for years. He can box, but he's a left-handed orthodox. So his power hand's weak. So if Belanga can get inside like Adamas did and just fucking land a right hand, land some big shots in him, I reckon he can win. Appreciate it.
Keep calling in, man. Like your calls, man. Italian stallion. We got Micah Angelo, hater in the chat.
Send me in the chat, boys. Is that Tim Zoo?
What up?
Yo, Ness, can you
What's
hear me?
up?
We hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, what's up, man? Good morning, TV. Kind of tuning in late. Came right here with my daughters. We're at one of my daughter's therapies. But first of all, I didn't call in. I was busy. But R.I.P. Spider Rico. And shout out Ness, man. Don't beat yourself up, bro. You're good. Thank you for putting a show every day. When we're busy, we're doing something. You're always there, bro. Appreciate you. And then shout out Marco, who's on the panel. I think Devin Haney, bro, he's gonna wipe the floor with Norman. I mean, I don't know why you guys are all hyped over that knockout. It was like it was gonna happen, bro. It's not that big of a deal. But I mean, that's just
bro. This was knockout of the year, bro. Knockout of the year,
bro. But who's that guy? Who has he fought? Look at his record. He got. Who did he lose against? The first time he lost.
Hidioka, good fighter, good puncher. He's about to fight Gary Antoine Russell, so we'll find out how good Hidioka is.
Bro,
it's also the eyeball
Devin's
test,
gonna
man.
whip that ass. Devin's gonna whoop that ass, bro. And so I don't really care about the fight, to be honest with you. That's like whatever. So I wanted him to fight a big name, not this dude.
This is a big name with power in the division, bro. You fight fans never happy.
You already know Devin's gonna wipe the floor with him, and then they're not gonna give him credit for it.
Bro, did you see Brian Norman's left hook versus Cuevas? Did you see his left hook versus Sasaki?
Yeah, I saw the left hook, dude. It's not that. Dude, Ryan had a left hook. He couldn't do shit.
He fucking landed it on Devin. What the fuck? It's like you're not looking at boxing.
But that was what did you say?
Osterine infested left hook for sure, for sure. But that's the intrigue in this fight. Was it the Osterine, or can Devin just not defend the left hook? That's the intrigue. This guy's got probably more power than Ryan's knockouts have not been like this. And guess what else? Ryan's knockouts have not been over welterweights. These are devastating knockouts at welterweights.
Well, Ryan had the speed in the left hook.
Who has a higher level of opposition, though? Who has a higher level of opposition?
Who?
Like, whose record do you think is better?
Who? Versus
between
who?
Ryan and Norman. Ryan and Norman.
I mean, what the fuck does Ryan have on his resume? 35 pounders? They're not welterweights. They're not welterweights. He beat Fortuna at a good age. Okay? That's his biggest win. Campbell is just a gold medalist. What is Campbell? He's not a champion. He's not a former champion, bro. Like, he beat Romero fucking Duno. Who is that? Who is
Campbell's, he? What is he? He's,
Francisco Fonseca? Oh, he's a world beater because he beat someone tank beat, so we got to overhype him? Who the fuck did he beat? He never won a world title at 35, 40,
Shiraz,
or 47.
I got Shiraz beating your boy Berlanga, too.
Yeah, well, be here on Sunday to eat your crow.
I ain't eating crow. He's gonna beat him.
Let's see if he beats him. We'll see. We'll see. Pat Bandito.
Yo, you hear me?
Yep.
Shout out to you, Marco. Shout out to the chat.
Yep. How you doing?
Hey man, this fight, I don't know how people can like really pick it that easily. I cannot see Dev wiping the floor with him. I cannot see like Dev being like wiped either. I mean, you have to look at this like Devin Haney's got a lot of experience for his age. He's been on the ring with like
Ryan fans, y'all down bad. I'm sorry, Pat. Did I ring the bell? I didn't even ring the bell, Pat. Let me cut you off. Ryan fans down bad. David Garcia, you should be ashamed of yourself. I said who he beat. He said he beat Duarte. Another non-champ. Your biggest fucking win are non-champs. Y'all got to cut this shit out, man. Let's go, Pat. Let me ring the bell. They terrible. Terrible. Dude been in 3 divisions, never won 1 world title. 3 divisions. Matter of fact, holy shit, I'm sorry, Pat. Shout out to Golden Boy, man. Shout out to only Golden Boy got 2 Mexicans in 3 divisions with no world titles. What's that trivia? Let me see if you're good at this. Don't answer, Pat. I know you know. We putting Marco to the test on 4th of July.
What is it? Say it again.
2 Mexicans. They've been in 3 divisions and haven't won 1 world title, both promoted by Golden Boy. The answer is, hold on. Don't answer even if you know. Even if you know. Huh?
Current fighters or historically?
Bro, Lord to the mercy. This guy don't know. They already answering in the chat. Just forget it, bro. Just forget it,
mean, if it's Ryan and Virgil.
Look, he need the chat. You're nasty. You're
If it is,
nasty.
they got
You're
time.
nasty.
They got time.
Go ahead, Bandero.
I got it. Virgil and Ryan.
He read the chat. You're nasty.
Shout out to Marco. Shout out to Marco.
Yo, shout out to Golden
not much,
Boy. Horrible promotion.
not much to say. Like, as I said, Devin Haney's been like in the ring with a high level quality fighter, so he's got really good experience.
Let me see what's the betting lines on Duarte right now.
As well as defending the left hook. We see him defending the left hook against what's his name, against Ramirez. So he can defend the left hook. The only I think the left hook for Ramirez and Ryan are different. Obviously, Ryan's got a bit more speed, but obviously, you know, we have to also realize that Ryan knows that he was familiar with Devin Haney as well. So that's, you have to take that into account as well. But anyway, listen, Devin Haney, we don't know which Devin Haney we're gonna see. That's the key there. We don't know. So that's what's intriguing. Also, really, we haven't seen him at 147. Or am I wrong? That's the really first fight like at 147.
Yeah, that'll be the official 147 pounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's another thing. It's really like it's hard to pick. Now, the only concern I had with Devin Haney when I watched the Ramirez fight, I felt his right hand wasn't on point. His over right hand wasn't really on point. So I don't feel like he was more focused on defending the left hook, which had like a bit of effect on his right hand, or. But yeah. Now Norman Jr., we haven't seen him with a high. But I'm not sure how he's going to be able to cut off the ring with the Devin Haney. Devin Haney's got fast feet, so it's a danger fight for Devin Haney. But it's also a danger fight for Norman Jr. But we have to say Norman Jr. is going to have a strong task ahead. A real strong task ahead. It's for me, it's a 50-50 fight. But I'm leaning toward Norman Jr. because of the trajectory. At the moment, he's on a high trajectory, and Devin Haney, I'm not sure about about his confidence in the way he fights. So that's the only reason why I'm leaning toward Norman Jr. But I don't understand what people say like Devin Haney's gonna get washed or stuff like that. That's crazy. But anyway, that's my call. That's gonna be a great fight though. Shout out to you guys.
I mean, if he lands a shot and puts him out, that's getting washed, right? It is possible. If anybody,
it's definitely possible. Yeah, for sure. He's got one punch knockout power. So, but Devin Haney's not. Devin Haney's got really good legs. He's got really good IQ. So,
yeah,
that's my call, guys.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. We got Leonard Sterling with the 10-pounder. And he's number one on the pound for pound, holding it down the whole show. Right now at 147, there are no definitive 1 through 5 new contenders coming through. Divisions going through these cycles where is Sissoko in the top 10. And next year, we will have a better idea of who the top 5 at 47 are. Back with another 5-pounder. Just seeing Fernando Sabatini's tweet what Ness said. There's a good chance Murataya versus Andy Cruz in Riyadh, November. Not finalized yet. He has good sources. Shout out to Cesar Cesar, though, man. He broke that news, bro. Fabantini probably went and called his peoples after he seen what Cesar was posting. I tried to get Cesar on yesterday to talk about it, but he was already live on his show. Make sure y'all check him out. Salute, man. Salute. Listen, have a happy 4th. That is everybody. Ness to the G to the O. Catch me on at the Boxing Voice if you need to chit chat. Remember, This is where it's at. We out.
Peace.